whack 3 times the plaster.
All right, I think it's working. I think it's working. All right.
Be like, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
It's me.
Blades in the dark. All right. Oh, hey, Christian. We're good. We're working.
You're good.
Okay.
Wait, it's 5 o'clock.
Make sure. No, I think the mic's on mute. I think we're broadcasting. I think we're live to the good folks. Both of our viewers. 3. We're up to 3.
Hi,
I can't
Mom.
believe it.
Hey, Julian.
Okay.
It's working.
We're up to 4. No, we're down to 3. You're a dirty liar.
I said I'm about to join.
Oh, okay. That's excellent. All right. We're getting 4.
Ryan will be watching the stream on his phone, making sure it's working.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah. Let me know if things collapse. I will not be able to do anything to help it, but it's good that I know.
I'd like to be aware of
I'd like to be aware that everything's going sideways. Okay, right. I feel like I don't have to give an introduction of who we are and what we're doing because both of the people watching are in this campaign. But I guess for posterity reasons, this is a 16-person Blades in the Dark game. They're all divided into 4 criminal gangs that are all competing for control over the Crow's Foot district, outlined here on this handy Google drawing graphic. Now, this is our first participating gang of the gang Bowling Street Tinctures. They are a professional group of hawkers who specialize in smuggling, I believe it was, what is it, Dream Smoke and Black Lotus. Excellent. Now, you guys have taken on a job related to smuggling drugs into Charter Hall College. Have I got that correct?
This is correct.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Now, as a quick recap as to how roles in this game work, you are going to tell me what your character is doing. You're going to announce what skill they're going to be using to do it. I will tell you how effectively they can use that skill to accomplish that end and how controlled of a position you're in going into the role. Okay? And then you're going to roll a number of d6s determined by the action dots you have in that skill and any items you might have modifying it. And if a 6 is the highest result on those dice, you have succeeded with nothing bad happening. If a 4 or a 5 is the highest, you've succeeded, but there's an additional complication. And if you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you fucked it up and something bad is going to happen in addition to you not doing the thing. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I have nothing prepared going into this session. And what that means is the flow of this narrative is malleable by you guys. You've all been in my Call of Cthulhu Mothership or Delta Green games. This is not like that. You can suggest to me things that NPCs do or things that happen in the game, and if I like it, I can use it. So I could ask you guys at some point what goes wrong as a result of you messing up the roll, and I might take your suggestion. Okay?
That's interesting.
Excellent. And yeah, I will hopefully...
kind of scary.
I will hopefully not be making a single roll here, but of the RPG games that we play, this is going to be the most collaborative. Okay?
Sounds good.
Great. So I guess let's get started. All right. So I believe it is currently 1st of Volnavet, I want to say the year 847. Now, you guys are currently based out of Derringer's Light Works on Bowling Street, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is an abandoned alchemical plant that was an electroplasmic refinery before an explosion took the lives of half of the workers. And it promptly went bankrupt for obvious reasons. Now, I'm assuming that as a professional appearing crew, you guys have somewhat decked out the lobby to look a little more officey, to look a little more official, right? Okay.
Pardon the glue trap.
And now you guys have connections, right? Your connection is Anya, who I believe is a debutante.
Yeah, it's your person.
So a couple weeks ago, you guys were just starting up. Your operation is new. You've probably just gotten your first suppliers, your first smugglers that bring you supplies to refine into drugs from the docks. And you were approached by Anya, or probably got a letter from her. She doesn't like to grace Crow's Foot with her presence. It's a little too dirty, a little too musty for her.
Understandable.
And she's informed you that a friend of a friend of a friend has connected her with a buyer, and therefore a buyer with you. She's floated your name along. She'll expect a little bit of commission, but not something particularly exorbitant. Just a little something to show her you care. And you were told that this person is coming in at 12 bells today, right dead at noon. So have you guys done anything to prepare for this client's arrival?
Clean the place up a little bit.
All right, well, clean the place up a little bit. Okay, you're
Disarm the glue trap.
disarming all of the glue traps around, right? All of the bear traps that you got planted in the lobby and the alleyways. Okay, sure. So then, at this point, your client will arrive at noon. Where do they first see you? Are they expected to walk into the Lightworks? Is somebody going to be waiting outside to greet them? You've been told that this is a fairly wealthy individual with connected to a powerful family. That's all you know about them.
Then I'll meet them outside in
All
front.
right, Silas, describe yourself to us, Silas.
Okay, Silas is kind of tall. I think he's like six feet tall. He is greasy, is what I have written down. He is like gaunt, very pale. He has like clean cut black hair, slacks, suspenders, and a button up. Friendly face, as friendly as you'll find in Crowsfoot, I assume. And yeah.
All right, so you're going to see the kid first. He's scrawny, small. He's wearing his dad's beige suit coat over a sweater from the history department of Charterhall University. It's hard to tell whether he's lazy or just failing at a semester-long attempt to grow a beard. Whatever the case, his patches of ginger stubble only serve to blot out the portions of his very pale skin. He seems to be shaking subtly as he approaches you, and is wearing a leather satchel stuffed with papers and 2 or 3 edition out-of-date textbooks on Scotland culture and military formations of the 7th and 8th centuries in the Empire. He's going to approach you shaking, a cigarette dangling out of his mouth, although it looks like he's doing it to seem a cut above his station, because his eyes bear the pain and subtle tears of a first-time smoker. He walks up to you, drops the cigarette out of his mouth onto the gravel, and is just going to extend his hand out to you very nervously. Hi?
I'll meet his hand. Hello, sir. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'm Eldridge Kinghead. I'm the head of the yearbook committee and the deputy editor of the Charterhall Post. Some friends, associates of mine, told me that I could go to you guys to buy some drugs. The new headmaster is pretty strict about drugs, and I'm scared of getting into trouble. But my reputation has sort of been contingent on my getting dream smoke into the dorms recently, and I'm afraid with the new security measures that I'm not going to be able to. And there's this big party coming up, and they're not going to let me in if I don't, hook them up with a little bit of dream smoke. So I was hoping that you guys could help me.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, try to comfort him.
He's going to recoil back and swat at you, thinking that he's about to die. You see in his eyes the terror of a man ready to meet his fate.
No, I'm no regular, street fiend.
Are you saying this to Eldritch?
I'm saying that to him, yeah.
Okay.
You're safe.
I'm safe.
You're fine. Calm down.
And he's going to look around as you say that to the rusted out, abandoned factory that claimed the lives of more than 100 workers less than a decade ago. And he's going to look at you and say, okay. Now, let's go ahead and see if you can put him at ease. We'll do a nice little easy low-stakes roll just to get acquainted with the system. Now, what skill are you using to help calm his nerves?
I do have a question. What does consort do?
I think I've been asked that question 8 times since we started creating characters.
And I asked
3
it
of them were you.
Probably.
So consort is like socializing. It's like if you're at a party interacting with somebody, talking, making jokes. It makes a lot of sense in this situation.
And what does sway do?
Sway is persuasion through typically logical argument or bribery.
Then I'll do consort.
Okay.
I have a 2 in both of them.
All right, so I am going to say that you are in a controlled position, and this roll is going to have standard effect. Now, every time you make a roll, I'm going to give you a position and an effect. Position is how good a footing you're on going into the roll. I'm saying you're controlled, so even if you fail the roll, it's not going to go really badly for you, because Eldridge has been connected to you, he wants your drugs, and let's be real, he is scared to say no. So.
Uh-oh.
2.
No!
How did you do that?
I don't know. Come on.
It's like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
What is that?
2. They're both 2s.
So you did what we call failing. So you have said, you basically reached your hand out and said, I am no average street fiend. and you accidentally give him the Kubrick stare a little bit as you're doing it. Now, he has been put on edge and will be less inclined to trust you. But you are in a controlled position. And that means that now that you fail the roll, you can roll it again by downgrading yourself into a risky position.
Okay.
So you can either, take the L, Eldridge is not calm, he's still very much at ease, or you can get even closer, right? Try and console him even more intensely. Basically, it's like pushing a roll in Call of Cthulhu.
Okay.
You're doing it again, but risking that he's going to get scared properly of you.
Okay, I am not going to do that. I'm going to assume that he'll be comforted when he sees our nice lobby in comparison to the outside of the building. Okay. So I'm going to kind of gesture to the door.
Do you have a receptionist?
Come inside.
Thank you, sir. And he's going to, obviously has been trained in upper class society, because as you hold the door, he's going to pat himself down, take a little copper coin, and awkwardly press it into your palm as he shuffles past you. And he's going to walk in and... Are you guys waiting for him in the foyer? Have you set up your office in there? Is he walking in directly into your office?
I figure I'm in my workshop tinkering.
Okay, so you're tinkering. Who's greeting Eldridge here? Is anyone seated in this room, in the reception area?
I'll be also in the workshop area.
There's nobody.
Okay.
I'll be sitting out in the reception.
So, okay, you're sitting in the reception. Excellent moment. Okay, so he's going to see you. Are you seated at the desk in the reception?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have kind of a commanding presence. Please describe yourself to us.
Okay, so I'm Ingvald Dahlberg, and a little bit about my physical appearance. So I've got kind of regular streetwear, but I'm a larger guy. So I've got from shoulders up, it's he looks muscular, looks fit, and then he's just got a huge pot belly. So he's been. I could say some people would find him intimidating. I think Eldritch would find
Eldritch
him.
is scared of you.
Yeah.
Eldritch is going to walk in and see this large, imposing man sitting at a desk. And he enters the room looking at his shoes, looks up at you, and freezes dead there for a moment.
Son, you okay?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Eldritch Kinghead. I'm hoping to buy some drugs from you. And I heard that you could sell them to me.
Well, you found the right place.
Okay, I have a cash advance, and he's gonna reach into his satchel and throw some gold and silver coins across the desk at you, and then realize he accidentally also threw his student identification ticket, and he's gonna awkwardly clamber across the desk to pick it up and stuff it into his sweater. This is money equivalent to 1 coin.
Okay.
And he's going to say, I can give you the rest after you transport me the stuff. I really need it, and if you can get it through Charter Hall's tight security, I'll pay you double. No, I'll pay you triple market price for it.
Son, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Positive I know what I'm doing. If you can get this to my dorm in Charter Hall in time for the party tomorrow, I'll pay you triple market price for the product. Now, assuming that the advance is part of that payment, that's going to be equivalent to 6 coin. So it's a large chunk of change for an operation that has never had a major deal before.
Okay.
This is an opportunity that Anya has really given you here. So, okay. What do you say?
All right. At this point, I'm going to call out the other 2 members of the crew that are inside, because I feel like this is a pretty important deal. It's hey guys, come check this out.
So at this point, you 2 are going to emerge. Please describe yourselves.
I can go first. So my character is Rincewind. He's 5'10"-ish, average height, stocky build. He's in labor clothes, coveralls, work boots. On his arms though, there's a bunch of chemical burns from his failed experiments. But that's pretty much. He's grimy. He is grimy.
All right.
I am Ileana Apperlow. She's pretty tall, probably 5'8", so not that tall, but she's very put together, slicked back, clean, and she's also very quiet and kind of brooding.
So, if I have everyone correct, Silas, Rincewind, Ileana,
Ingvald. Yeah.
Okay, Ingvald. All right, so you 2 are going to enter now, and he's going to say, okay, I don't want to stay here any longer. I would like to leave. Can I trust that you're going to do this for me?
We can do it.
How much do you need?
Thank you. And he's going to describe to you a pretty substantial portion of dream smoke that he needs, such that smuggling it subtly is going to be difficult without renting a carriage. And he's going to say, okay, thanks guys, I'm gonna head back.
Watch the glue trap. On your right.
And he's going to turn and see that just to the side of him where he's about to step is a tripwire with just a comical pot of glue suspended above him, subtly boiling there atop him. Oh, thanks. And he's gonna just backwards sprint out of Derringers. Okay, so
That went well, guys.
you have accepted a score, and now it is assumed that your characters are spending the next 6-7 hours preparing for this operation, but we don't actually cover any of that in-game. It's all been abstracted. So we're going to start with you guys on the mission at the first obstacle you are going to encounter. And during the mission, if you decide that your character planned something in advance, you can flash back to it. All right, and I think I described that earlier, how you take a little bit of stress. Like it's a bit like Honey Heist, right? You flash back, take some negative penalty for having done so, and now you have something in the present.
And how does stress affect us?
So, when your stress reaches maximum, you run out of stress tabs to fill. Your character snaps. It's like suffering temporary insanity in Call of Cthulhu, but you're out of the mission. You're basically dead for the rest of the mission, and you come back different. If you suffer that 4 times, your character's forced to retire due to extreme mental anguish.
Okay, let's not do that.
Now, there is one thing we need to decide before you go on the mission. This is another thing that's been abstracted by the game, but we need to know how much stuff you have on you going into it. Now, this is done using load, okay? And you decide whether you want to have, don't tick it yet, because I have an additional addendum that I want to add to it, but you can tick either 1, I think it's 1, 3, 5, or does it vary?
3, 5, 6.
3, 5, 6
Oh,
for all of you?
very class, yeah.
Okay, 3, 5, 6. So if you're taking 3 load, you look very much unsuspicious. You're very clearly not an operative. You surely don't have burglar's tools or a large amount of opium on you. If you go with 5 is the next one?
Yeah.
If you go with 5, you look a bit like an operative on a mission or just somebody who's just hustling and bustling. You could pass for a workman. You look a little more suspect. You're not going to fly under the radar like 3. And 6, you look like a criminal. You're dressed like somebody who is preparing to either break into a place or kill someone or smuggle opium. That being said, the amount of dream smoke that you are smuggling in is going to be equivalent to 5 units of load. Now, you can either divide that amongst yourselves and announce here, I'm using XYZ amount of load to smuggle dream smoke, or you can take out a loan, effectively spending 1 of the 6 coin you're getting from this operation to rent a carriage and some goats.
So for the load, if I'd say like 2, if I went light, the 3, and 2 of them were the dream smoke.
You would have 1 slot for inventory items.
Okay,
so,
and that would be the flashback type stuff.
yes, and is everyone familiar? Load is like when you're on the mission, you decide what item you brought with you, and you tick off a box.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you want to spend 1 of your reward coin, or do you want to burn 5 of your group load?
Well, what loads are y'all thinking about doing? Because I was going to do normal probably.
I'm doing light.
I was
for
going to do
sure.
light as well.
If we got 2 light, I'll probably go normal.
I feel like we could, if it's only 5.
Because we could do 2, or one of
Now
us
remember,
could do 2.
you're not starting with any items on you, including the things listed on your character sheet. You don't have those on you by default.
Right.
Everything requires load,
Right.
just so you're aware.
I could also do normal, and then we could just.
Yeah, I'm going light because I think I'm going to be the person that needs to be the
Yeah.
most inconspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of us could go normal, and we could.
Do
You guys
like,
can
We
Just
did 2, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'll
Since
take
you're
2.
like the tinkerer guy, will you like have stuff on you? 'Cause
Uh,
I could take 2 because I just really.
So I'll have like bandoliers of stuff for like my alchemical stuff.
So I'm saying, like, do you want more slots? Because I could take the 2 and you could
Yeah.
take the 1.
I'm fine with taking 2 as well.
I think I'm more dependent on items than you probably are.
That's what I'm saying. You
So
take
I
the
should
1.
probably take
Yeah.
the 1. Then you're right.
Okay. So we got 3 normal and 1 light.
And that leaves. So I'll have 4 load, 3 load, 3 load.
Wait, what?
I have 3 load as well.
Yeah.
Are you going light as well?
2, 2, 1. We're both
Oh,
normal.
no, I
There's
have-
5 units.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay, so
I did bad math there.
what level of load is everybody bringing today? Tick the box now, in pencil. Don't take anything in pen. Okay.
Normal.
Normal. Everyone's going normal?
I'm taking light.
Okay, you're taking light, Silas. Okay.
Normal.
So, now, so you guys are just stuffing it all into bags that you're, putting under coats or stuffing into shirts. You're carrying all of this dream smoke on your person. And you're going to be... now, I guess we need to decide the last thing before the actual score, the mission begins. And that is something called your plan. Now, there are 6 types of plan, and all this determines is what you're doing when the mission starts, okay? And I'm going to continue talking about this until I stall long enough to find the section on it in the... Found it. Okay. There are 6 types of plans. Assault, doing violence to a target. Deception, lure, tricking, or manipulating. Stealth, trespassing unseen. Occult, engaging a supernatural power. Social, negotiating, bargaining, or persuading. And transporting, carrying cargo or people through danger. Now, personally, I think transport would make a lot of sense for this mission, but if you can convince me of something else, you can do a different type of plan.
What if we cause like a big distraction that brings all like the security and then we sneak through?
So that would be a stealth plan?
I guess, causing like a distraction nearby, perhaps?
And it's one plan for our collective team, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
guys pick a plan. Although, I guess if your plan is to cause a distraction, I would do 2 different engagement roles. And we
Okay.
would have one person causing a distraction, and depending on how well that goes, I can give you a plus or minus to your engagement roll. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
So then you're thinking of doing a stealth plan here, sneaking into Charter Hall College?
We don't have to. I was just throwing
That
it
is
out
an idea, yes. You don't have to go with that, but that is an option, and I would buy it.
I was thinking about that stealth could work. Like if we potentially did a stealth / transport one.
I think stealth, transport, or deception are probably our 3
Yeah.
we might want to do.
What were you thinking we could deceive them as?
Because I can just talk
We could
us
pretend
in
we're
there.
someone's parents.
Because I was thinking I could have I could flashback and have like an ID. During the planning time, I forged an ID, and I can get you guys in there as a cleaning crew or something.
Oh, don't you have find forged papers as one of your default things as a slide?
Do
is
I?
that a thing?
Where would it be?
It would be, I have no idea where it would be. I have not seen the non-Roll20 version of these in a while. Where is the class-specific items?
It's right here.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, yeah. Look here. Find clothes, find disguise kit, find... No, it's not in there. Never mind, I was wrong. This is a real and legitimate change. But it is something that you can bring. I think documents is one of the options. So yeah, you can decide
You
that.
forge an ID, and then we're going on a tour or something for some.
You guys don't look
research
like
thing.
students.
No, yeah, for a research thing. We're professional people. or
What do they
something.
study at this college?
So
Do I know
Charter
this?
Hall, okay. There's basically 2 academies of higher level education in Duskwall. One of them is Duskwall Academy, which is where they train all of the engineers and generals and shipwrights.
Yeah.
STEM kids. And Charter Hall does do some of that, but it's much more focused on the humanities. So all history work, all poetry, literature. You're going to find pure math studied there, astronomy, the natural philosophy disciplines that aren't as practical. That's basically what Charter Hall is. It's not a school that specializes.
Do they have if they do astronomy, do they have what's it called?
Planetarium?
Observatory?
They got a big old observatory.
We can be a group from the other academy that is we study math and astronomy and stuff, but we're specifically taking a trip there because they have a better observatory.
Okay.
And so we
That
have
would-
been
yeah, that's
we
a
have
cool
been
plan.
sent from there to go use their observatory.
Yeah,
I had
researchers.
another.
Oh,
Another
do you have a
idea?
plan?
What if we you have a clipboard, right? We all have high-vis vests. Cool.
That's going to take 3 load. I pull out my big clipboard, James.
The largest in the land.
Whoa. Okay. That leans back further than I thought it did.
You can probably lock it.
Any other ideas?
Clip it like that.
That's kind of what I was
Ryan,
thinking.
bang that chair. We good? Oh, did I fuck up the
Thanks,
camera?
tech team.
All right.
Or any
yeah,
ideas
this
more
is- this is
convincing
technical.
than astronomy studiers?
Earthquake.
I think that makes sense because it we could be aerospace
And are we doing?
engineers.
What time of day are we doing this?
That's up to you.
I feel
At
like
night?
Oh,
astronomy.
the party is at no. What time does the party probably starts about 9 p.m. We'll say party starting at.
Do we have to
9
get there
p.m.
the same day of the party?
Well, he came to you the day before the party,
Oh
so
my
your options are a
gosh.
bit limited.
Does it
Okay.
get dark at 5 p.m. or are we thinking more?
Well, it's
dark towards
perpetual
7
nighttime
p.m.?
because the sun exploded 850 years ago.
How
Oh, I
can you
forgot about
forget
the
that?
lore. That's right.
I did too.
What
For a second,
exactly are we
like she said
observing?
that, and I was like, "What time does the sun set?" Oh yeah, like a millennia ago. It's like Alaskan nights,
Okay.
yeah.
Then I think the astronomy one would be good.
I felt like
that would
astronomy
make
is the thing that is closest to STEM stuff, so that would make the most sense.
Okay, and yeah, I would say that it's. I mean, there definitely is some sort of astronomy courses being taught at Duskwall because they train a lot of sailors and naval engineers there
Yes.
who would need to know navigation by stars.
You're a sailor,
So-
right?
I
Yes, you
was a sailor. Yes,
Perfect.
Did you work on a merchant vessel?
it was. No, it was like cargo, basically.
Okay.
I was
So
in the military, but I can act
Yeah.
like I was in like the Navy.
See,
you were okay, yes.
And you are a-
you were a combat medic or a sniper?
I was a combat medic, I
Okay.
think.
we all fit the academy stuff pretty. Well, not me, but I can just pretend to.
Oh, are any of you Tyroki?
No.
Are you all Akarosian?
I think
I
we're
am.
all whatever
Yeah.
Duskwall is.
I am.
Wait,
you're from
I'm
somewhere.
from the Dagger Isles.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are some Dagger Isles people that are let into Duskwall Academy. They mostly only let Akarosians in
Okay.
because they're hegemonic. But yeah, it's reasonable that this crew could have. You will pass as Duskwall
Okay.
Academy students.
Sweet.
So I
The
can
Tyrokies
be
are very conspicuous.
I can be like a professor,
They're the half demon.
and you guys are my students.
Yeah, college student.
Or you could be like a helper, since you were a
TA.
sailor.
Yeah. I'll be the TA.
So I guess we'll do deception.
All right, deception is your plan. Okay, so you're planning on impersonating an attaché
How could
from
this go?
Duskwall Academy here to use their observatory for a class or for a research project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, research project probably.
All right. So then, the method of deception we've already covered. What are you dressing like?
I'm gonna have like a blazer on.
Okay,
I
so
guess,
you're,
like a
are you dressing
professor.
Like you're dressing like a Professor Silas. Now, these three have the drugs on them, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
going to be hard for them to just dress like well-dressed students.
Drafting kits.
Oh!
We need our
Yeah, I
our
was gonna
tools.
say.
Okay, yeah. So you guys
shove
are
it like in
carrying
a telescope.
Okay, so
A telescope bag.
yeah, you've got a telescope bag.
To the observatory. We're bringing all the telescopes.
Shut up.
Telescope.
We really wanted to use
on
it.
the way.
BYOT. Bring your own telescope.
I don't know that this big observatory telescope sees far enough. Okay, so so you guys have conspicuous bags that are full of the dream smoke, and then you're dressed like students.
I got
Are
like
you
half
three
of it
students and
on
you're a
me.
professor? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
I dress like a PhD student.
Now
I would say I more have like casual clothes because I do not look like I'm student aged. So I feel like I would be
You're the
just a
assistant.
middle-aged
TA?
guy. Sure,
do
or
you-
someone that just likes to learn about astronomy or something.
You're helping with the. You're
Well,
here for
okay,
like
so
the
you
research.
guys are from
I'll be
Duskwall Academy,
janitorial
and they have a
staff.
very set uniform for their
They do have-
students.
okay.
It's like it's like a military academy.
Oh,
Basically.
that's what I'm wearing.
Would they?
Perfect.
Then I guess
Perfect for
I'll
me.
dress as a TA. So I'll just have like a casual jacket.
Sure. Okay. All right. And maybe you've been able to secure because you dealt with high society for a while. You might have a few emblems that you can tear off with some clothes, stitch on
Yeah.
the other. Duskwall Academy. It's patchwork, but it'll pass at a glance. Okay. Sure. Planning and engagement, characters, roles. Engagement role. Okay. Excellent.
Exactly
Now.
as our research that we're there to do. I feel like we should have that ready.
We should plan what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
What do, the stars are always out, right?
What if it's something to do with the fact that the sun exploded?
Well, that was a long time.
There are
ago.
some
Yeah, but-
shards of the sun lingering in the sky.
We're investigating the sun
This
shards.
is definitely how it works.
We're trying to put the sun back together.
The sticky glue. All right.
I'm an outside consultant from Sticky's Glue Factory.
do people know why the sun exploded?
There's a lot of theories because also the afterlife was closed off and all the gods died.
Oh.
So no one 100% knows,
That's
but a
so
lot of
pumped.
people like to claim they know.
So we can be theorists, but like scientific. We're not like crazy.
So you're trying to posit a scientific theory for a naturalistic explanation for why the sun exploded and God is dead?
Yeah, we're atheists.
Works for me.
Wait, does the Duskwall Academy, is that where we're from?
Yeah.
Did they have a telescope? I feel like maybe I just need a.
They got at least one in there.
But they don't have a really nice
Oh, like an
observatory.
observatory.
The Charter Hall Observatory, because Duskwall is a newer building than Charter Hall. So Charter Hall was at one point used for training pretty much everyone, so they do have an all-purpose observatory. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, Duskwall Academy doesn't have one. They don't need one. They just use charter halls, we'll say.
Perfect.
That's where we're going.
That's what we
Perfect.
like to hear.
The world is
So
now
this is probably normal.
So, okay, now the engagement roll takes place to see how good a footing you're on for the first obstacle that you're going to accomplish. And I'm going to say the first obstacle is getting into the... So Charter Hall is an academy, it's a college, but it's also the name of a neighborhood, like Crowsfoot. It's where all of the clerks, magistrates, judges, I think it's where the newspaper is based.
The bourgeoisie.
Kinda, yeah. It's where all of the administrators are.
academics.
It's as close to a middle class as Duskwall gets. Is situated here in Charter Hall. All of the print houses are here. It's just if it involves paper and rubber stamps, you're finding it in Charter Hall. And Godwin Bridge, the bridge that takes you from what district connects to Charter Hall? Because Crowsfoot probably doesn't go directly in there, right? Duskwall map. It does. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the first obstacle is going to be getting into Charter Hall because, let's face it, smuggling Dream Smoke through Crowsfoot is going to be an absolute breeze. So, okay. Now, Godwin Bridge, the bridge that takes you from Crowsfoot to Charter Hall, has become more strictly controlled in recent days. Getting out of Crowsfoot has become difficult in the last few weeks due to that up-and-coming new captain of the guard that has been instated into the Bluecoats, Stance Holbrook. Now, that means that security on Godwin Bridge, getting into Charter Hall, has been upped. It's going to be difficult to get in, and the first thing you're going to encounter is a checkpoint asking to see your papers. Okay?
Perfect.
And we are going to begin with an engagement roll. Now, I'm assuming that they asked you for papers and you're presenting some false documents?
Yes.
Okay, so first, this engagement roll is going to determine how good the documents are, how well it goes, but just tick a box for documents, and that will count as fake documents for all of you.
Perfect.
Do you guys have the fine quality documents upgrade for your crew? Oh, I didn't give you a crew sheet, did I?
I
No,
don't.
you
Yeah,
didn't.
no.
We had a workshop, I think,
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
that's
that
what we
is what you chose. You guys are Bowling Street tinctures. Let me just make sure.
because we said that it would help make our drugs better.
On your crew upgrade, do you remember what you chose for your special ability, your crew special ability?
Was
High
it-
Society, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yeah.
Oh! Plus one. Okay, never mind. You take -1 heat during downtime is what that's going to do. Okay, engagement roll. Now, I determine the dice pool for this, okay? +1 die. You start with that for sheer luck. And now I can add or subtract dice. Is the operation particularly bold or daring, or is it complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think either.
Not really.
It's not very complicated, it's not very bold, so I'm not going to add or subtract a die. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I think yes, right?
Their one observatory is notably their weakness.
90% of break-ins into Charter Hall College happen through the big observatory.
we
They've got a
should've
whole
just climbed
security
up
guard
the
whose job
side.
is just batting down the constantly tall ladders that burglars set up there.
Yeah,
It's like siege, like.
But I think your guys' plan does exploit the fact of the relationship between the academy and the university, so I think it's very creative, and for that, I'm going to give you a second die to your engagement roll dice pool.
Out of all the scoundrels in Crowsfoot, how many of them go through the trouble of getting documents? And compared to how many just like try to
Getting
attack
out
the
of
wall?
Crowsfoot?
Yeah.
Probably most of them are going to have fake documents. Because attacking Godwin Bridge is tough. It's
Okay.
tough. So, okay.
Next session, can we attack Godwin Bridge?
Can any
Write
of
that
your
one
friends
down.
or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
The guy on the inside.
We should have
He's
asked.
not aiding
We should have
at all.
asked for detailed floor plans, guys.
I don't-
did, he just
I don't
kinda
think
ran
Anya
away.
has connections at Charter Hall.
Probably not.
I don't think you do.
She just has a lot of money.
Are there other elements I want to consider? You guys are going against Charter Hall College, so I'm going to call this a high-tier target. You're going into a pretty wealthy neighborhood that has a strong blue coat presence. And under normal circumstances, I would subtract a die from you, but you guys have the high society special ability, so I'm going to refrain from doing that.
We're also on good terms with the Bluecoats. We're also on good terms with
Yeah,
the Bluecoats. We have like two
You have two relationship with them, that is true.
We're not allied though.
You're not allied with them, but they do kind of like you. And a higher up in the Bluecoats will know that, by the way.
These are our guys.
Yeah, these guys were illegally set up by the police to deal drugs and disrupt markets of the two gangs currently engaged in a big drug war that the police are trying to defeat. You guys, if you're pulled into a higher up, they can be like, okay, these guys are our friends. Don't get caught again.
Yeah, this is the Iran-Contra
What
affair.
does documents?
Captain of the City Watch, Ronald Reagan. Say again.
What does documents entail?
That means it's very vague. So I'm gonna say you got fake IDs.
Yeah, because I want an ID.
Yeah, you got IDs. We'll say that you probably even have transit papers from the academy
we got
and maybe
student
even a
IDs.
writ of use, but they're not good. They're not great forgeries because they're not fine quality.
Yeah,
We should get fined.
This is standard criminal affair.
we do need that.
Who wants to roll the engagement roll?
Not me.
I'm on it.
All right, before you roll those dice, let
Roll
me
one
tell
up.
you what the numbers mean. If you get 2 6s on those, a critical.
We're gonna do that.
This is an
I got
exceptional result. You have already overcome the first obstacle, and you start in a controlled position for whatever's next. If your highest result is a 6, you're in a controlled position when the action starts. Remember, I mentioned that earlier, what that means. A mixed result, you're in a risky position when the action starts. Bad result, you're in a desperate position when the action
We just
starts.
lose.
We pack up.
We eat those L's.
Go ahead and roll, and please don't get a 1, 2, or 3 as your highest die.
Cam?
6! Yes! 6-1! I saw that one
I saw the one first.
I
Yeah.
did too.
So you're starting in a controlled position here. Your documents were decently well forged. Big ups to whoever your contact was on that one. Okay. And now, a controlled position.
I was just doing it because you would.
Roll. So we're going to be getting.
I don't want to leave.
You guys
Brian.
are on the
We gotta do
bridge,
this after every
system,
Every dog.
dice, game structure,
That's our gang.
setting position. Here we go.
We're definitely gonna get through this with my super balanced character.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So balanced.
Awesome. Starting in a control position. Now, who is actually presenting the documents to the person on watch? Okay, so getting to Godwin Bridge, it's this large, amalgamation of steel and stone that bridges over a massive canal that separates the two districts of Duskwall. And while there's still smoke billowing from the Crowsfoot side of the bridge from the few factories that still run, mostly under lampblack control, it's contrasted by the purely electric buzz and glow emanating from Charter Hall District. You can see the Sparkrights Tower, where most of the city's electrical engineers that are working in the city reside, towering up, Tesla coils all vibrating with electricity off the side of it. All of the electroplasmic street lamps that line the bridge are very well keeping it illuminated. And a blue coat sits there in a little glass box, with 4 blue coats sort of pacing back and forth across the bridge widthwise. A few goat-drawn carriages are coming back and forth across the massive bridge, but it's mostly empty. Now, what time have you left at? What time is it right now?
Dark.
Party's at 9. Party's at 9
is always
bells past
dark.
noon.
We should probably get there early. Professional.
6, 7.
Oh, I was thinking like.
Oh, you were thinking earlier.
I was thinking we leave at like noon, because we don't know how long it's gonna take to
Well,
get in there.
okay,
and we just have to get it to his dorm
But
before the
also,
party.
We should probably wait until it's like 4 or 5 to like get
To
to him
approach
because
the building.
there would be like a lot of students on campus.
But I'm thinking at noon is probably the time that most people are going through the checkpoint,
Yeah.
and so they won't like stop
Yeah.
us because so many people are going through. And could I flashback to alter an item I already have, or could I just
Absolutely.
tell you
What are
like
you hoping for?
on the documents? Would they have like the time we're supposed to be there? Since it has
Yeah,
like
it has
our
the time that's supposed to be there, but I'm not going to make you commit to a time. Like you can tell me
I just
whatever
want
time
it-
you arrive at is the time you've written.
I just want on the document to say that we're like supposed to be at the college soon,
Sure.
so
okay.
that we can be like we're in a hurry.
So what time is it right now?
11:50.
So 11 bells, 10 whistles.
Is there a-
11 bells, 50 whistles before noon?
Is there a rush hour?
Rush hour in Duskwall.
Like,
Let's see.
where
you're
are
going
most
from-
people going
I'm going to
through?
say Charter Hall's rush hour is probably 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. when the
Okay.
bureaucrats start work and when they go home. They work a long shift over mountains of paper and ink.
Midday, there's got to be at least some
break.
people out.
Lunch crowd.
Lunch
Sure,
crowd.
Lunch crowd. But remember, there's not a ton of traffic between Crowsfoot and Charter Hall.
True. Okay.
There's
We're
a small
passing-
hole
we're
in the
just
wall
passing
in Crow's Foot. Best food.
So, so it's currently midday. Few people. Well, midday. Of course, the sun exploded.
We're supposed to be there
dark.
at. We're supposed to be there at 12.
30.
12 bells and like 30 whistles. Yeah.
All right, past noon.
So is there constantly like a bell tower and a whistle tower?
That's
Every
yeah,
minute.
there's like they've got one big whistle in the city and a dude with huge lungs.
Poor guy.
Okay, so who's presenting the documents to the blue coat? All right, let me see him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's gonna put the papers in front of him. Hold up his rubber stamp for accept, and then examine them a little closer. We're going to make a roll now. Your engagement roll determined that you started in a controlled position. Okay? So, Silas, you presented these documents. You can tell me what skill you're using in presenting these documents and interacting with the guard. And depending on how applicable I think it is, I will set your position.
I want to be as like confident and like professional as possible. Could I do like a command?
Yes! That makes a lot of sense.
Yay.
So I'm going to give you standard effect, and of course your engagement roll indicated you're starting in a controlled position.
Okay. And 2 dots means I roll 2 dice, right?
You're rolling 2 dice, and yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Please. Let's go. 6 and a 3.
6 and a 3. So you got a 6 on a controlled position. Nothing bad happens. You do it. Green stamp.
Yeah.
It's a really loud hand stamp.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Welcome to Charter Hall District. Don't cause any trouble, okay? There's been a lot of smuggling ops wandering through recently. If you see something, say something.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, citizens. And you guys are going to walk across Godwin Bridge slowly but surely into Charter Hall District.
That was ironic, guys.
He didn't even know.
Dirty criminals would
Meanwhile,
smuggle
patting the
something.
8 pounds.
Strange smoke that you've got in your bag labeled Big Telescope.
You'll never know.
What you got in there? Huge magnifying glass.
Big telescope.
Can you read?
Okay.
Read the label.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't say anything. Show them the bag.
So,
Sir.
wandering
Come on.
finally into Charter Hall District. Now, you guys are criminals, so this is probably something that you have heard of before, but you've never encountered it, probably not having been into the Charter Hall District too much. But as soon as so Charter Hall as a district is the oldest, and so this huge stone brick wall sort of encircles the entire thing, right? This is where the first lightning barrier was set up when the sun exploded. Because if you remember, there is no afterlife anymore, so the outside world is haunted by tons and tons of monster ghosts, and there's a huge lightning shield around the city that keeps those out. Cool. This is where the first one of those was built, and they slowly expanded out.
Historical landmark.
And so the original wall is still here. They have long since blown up the gate to allow traffic through, and so it's really just kind of rubble to both sides, and then Godwin Bridge leading onto Godwin Avenue that just strolls clean into the district. But of course, this is where people enter one of the moderately wealthier districts, and so a lot of beggars tend to hang around this area. And so, as you're walking in, you're not in a carriage, you're just on your feet, and probably 10 to 15 people in ragged clothing are going to walk up, begin touching your shoulder, like, hey, do you want to buy some of this jewelry, that I've made, or any of these trinkets that I've scrounged? Do you have any money to spare, any bread to give? And they're going to be, hassling you.
Not gonna interact.
Just gonna shake him off.
All right, you're just going to shake them off?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
At that point, when you push through the first crowd, a second crowd of beggars, notably 20 to 30 children, a large group tightly packed together, are going to begin walking directly into you guys.
Eight children.
Grenade?
Now,
You can take at least
not
15.
now.
as you guys have, before you decide what you want to do about this, I'm going to add the first clock to the game. This is a pie chart that I am going to begin filling in when things go wrong. And I am going to call this Blue Coat Suspicion.
Okay.
Man.
What do we do?
Now, when something goes, you haven't done anything yet,
Oh.
but when something goes wrong, does that work? Wow, that looks terrible. It works well enough. There we go. I'm going to fill in a slice of that every time something goes a little wrong, and when that clock is filled up, all 4 slices have been filled in, The blue coats are going to know something's up, and the alarm is raised. Okay?
Okay.
So, a group of 20 to 30 children has begun mobbing you, and their hands are going to, you've seen this scam before, get into your pockets and pull out whatever they find. What are you doing?
I have a rat trap in my pocket.
Hit them.
Yeah, it's a zero stress flashback. Okay. So
I was prepared for this.
Now, you do have multiple pockets and a bag. So while one of these beggar kids is going to have a bad day, some of them may have a substantially better day unless you guys circumvent this somehow.
Bag. I'm protecting my big telescope.
All right, announce to me a skill you're using as well. Because I can't tell you what to roll.
I have a
Finesse.
Okay, describe to me how you're using finesse in this case.
I'm like watching their hands, like dodge and weave, dodge and weave.
All right, how physically large is...
Actually, wait.
Okay.
Could I instead tinker like a little locking mechanism on the bag?
You want to flashback and tinker a locking
Flashback and
mechanism?
tinker.
Okay, because you're rolling for it, I'm not going to have this do any stress for you. But if you fail, you don't have it. And you have a workshop, so I'm going to give you +1 die.
I would
So
have
roll
three
tinker.
dice.
3 dice.
2 5.
2
5.
5 3.
What do we think is a negative consequence that could result as an occurrence, or as a result of this being done? So a 5 means that you do it, but something else goes a little bit wrong. What do we think?
It's a little bit heavier.
If you want to take that as a consequence, yeah, take 1 load for locking mechanism.
Oh.
I'll sacrifice a load.
Okay, you now have a locking mechanism. Your pockets are secure.
I have a flashback. I made a sandwich for lunch.
Yeah,
before,
that you did.
that I was gonna bring with, of course.
Of course.
So I take half the sandwich, wave it in the air. All the kids are like, "Oh my god, food!" And then I toss it.
You want it? Go get it. So okay, you've got a sandwich.
They scatter like pigeons.
Okay, what are you rolling to try and bait these children into the gutter after your sandwich?
Finesse.
They're so hungry. Okay, I am going to give you a controlled position but limited effect. All right, so you're not putting yourself at much risk, but you're probably not going to chase away all 20 to 30 marauding children with
Those
your
kids are
sandwich.
hungry.
We're about to
No.
see.
Just one
You
diamond.
get what's your finesse?
1.
It's a really good
It's a
sandwich,
fine
though.
sandwich.
It's a
If you
great.
want to take a load for fine sandwich, I'll give you another die. So yeah, you got 1 die. 2. Okay, now you were in a controlled position, all right? You can either take the L and acknowledge that this sandwich ain't going to be pulling any kids away, or you can put yourself at risk, like leaning forward to really frisbee this thing out there, or like wave it in the air to entice them a little more, giving some of them, if they're not drawn away, an opportunity to pickpocket you a little bit. So you can attempt to re-roll from a risky position.
I'm okay.
The
Okay.
aroma from the sandwich is gonna like.
So no kids are going to be baited away,
Float away.
and none of them have been deterred.
Okay, I'm going to shout.
What are you shouting?
I'm not going to use command. I'm going to use consort, so I'm not going to shout. I would like to. How am I going to put this into words?
Hey, kids.
We're with the astrology department. Do you
Other
think
half
we
said
have any
Astrology?
astronomy?
Oh.
Sorry, mixed it up. We're with the astronomy department. Do you think we have any money?
And you're using consort for this?
I can use command if I'm just telling
Command
them.
would make a lot of sense. I think Sway would too, if you wanted to use that.
I have 2 in all of them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm the most balanced character here.
Because I think command, if you're ordering them to go away,
Yeah, I'm like,
Sway
we don't
I think
have
would make
anything.
sense if you're trying to convince them, dude, we're broke.
Yeah, I'll do sway then.
Okay.
I'm not trying to like scare them off, but I'm trying to say like there's nothing of.
You're wasting your
of-
time.
I'm going to
yeah,
give you
They're wasting their time.
controlled position standard effect. Now, I'm going to introduce a concept. All right? Trading position for effect. You can at any point decide to put yourself at more risk to do more. So you can downgrade from a controlled position to a risky one and go from standard effect to great effect. You're like, get out of here. We don't have anything. Waving your arms around, making a big imposing presence, but taking a little more risk by exposing your pockets and doing so.
Are there any other people walking on this thing with us that aren't the beggars?
There's a few people that have seen like, okay, they're the targets. Let's push through before they get to the next group.
I'm gonna point at them.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't have anything. Look, like I'm with the like.
we're teachers. That guy looks like a merchant. Go pickpocket him.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Would you like to trade position for effect or take controlled standard?
What do we think? Controlled standard probably.
What happens if they pickpocket?
then
Yeah, we
you
don't have
Do we
Well,
know?
I-
Do we know the
This
consequences?
stuff isn't in our pockets, right? It's like
You might
strapped to
lose a
us.
little dream smoke. You might lose a little.
I
coin.
don't have the.
I might make you tick. I might make you tick a load box. Whatever you had in there was stolen.
Okay, because I don't have any dream smoke, so I could probably do it. But so should I take the risk?
Risky greater could be.
Okay,
Risky
I'll
grade.
do that. So I'm rolling still 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Risky. So this time, if you fail, something will go wrong.
You won't fail. 5.
5. Double fives. Okay, you succeed, but something goes wrong.
That's a crit, right? Like Call of Cthulhu.
I'm gonna say that you have, because you traded position for effect, the kids are gone. They're like, yeah, we like the sound of that, and they're gonna go mob a guy, but here's the consequence. That guy is part of the administrative team for Charter Hall College.
No!
He has now seen your faces, and he is upset with you when he sees you again. But I'm just gonna say that his word of mouth is gonna leak around the district a little bit, and local security
Okay, that's not that bad.
is going to be a little more in tuned to you guys. I'm going to be filling 4. No, I'm going to
Y'all
one
lose.
slice.
Right here, y'all
It's
lose.
gone. They shoot you. I'm going to be filling one of the 4 pie slices on your clock.
That's fine.
Is there ever a chance for us to remove a pie slice? If we do something cool.
Yeah,
cool and
yeah.
quirky?
I should have done it in pencil. Yeah, you can. I have posted notes. Right. I can just. That did not take long. Yes, you can unfill a slice. Yes, that
Okay,
is possible.
then we're good.
This game has really very few rules. Yeah, I don't think having this here is doing anything. It just is really bright. Everyone watching, just remember that has 1 of 4 slices filled. For you guys,
I was
I'll
about to
put
say,
here.
could you put it out here?
So you can track your danger. But the yeah,
Sus.
there we go.
like
We
that.
can just zoom in real far on the other screen if you want to see that. Okay,
Zoom enhance.
so what's happening? Right, you've just pushed your way through the children. Okay, so yeah, they're
So
going to
unfortunate.
scatter.
One grenade would have solved all of that. Respectfully.
They're going to all, scatter to the wind, and you guys are going to begin walking down. Once you reach Charter Hall proper, there's going to be way fewer beggars. There's more blue coats around here because this is the administrative sector of the city, so security is a little bit
It's
tighter.
fine. We're academics.
Yeah.
And there are going to be walking
Big
blue
telescope.
coats. And okay, I'm going to say that this section, the section entering the university, has a specifically large number of patrols around it looking for suspicious characters. And there's a group of bluecoats that are, walking up and down the street that are beginning to eye up your group. All right? How are you going to, or would you like to try and avoid rousing suspicion here? All right? Like, are you going to do something that these guys that look like they're about to intersect you and ask some questions?
So they're approaching us.
They're
Are they-
eyeing you up, and it looks like they're about to approach you.
So they're eyeing us up.
Yeah.
So we
Afternoon?
should not avoid them because that makes us
Yeah.
more
Just
suspicious if we
creep
like
them.
turn down another road.
Let's just start talking about astronomy.
Let's just be.
I think
like,
we should
Blue
just-
Lives Matter.
I think we should just keep walking, and if they talk to us, then we can talk to them.
We boot
I think we should give them like the nice little.
Yeah, like
know?
whatever the friendly greeting here
Midwestern
is,
Yeah. Just a little.
It's a southern thing, Your Honor.
All right.
and
think
keep
it's
walking.
just
Oh, I don't know.
So
I think it's just an
Least
everywhere
suspicious
thing.
we can be.
No one on
So
campus does it.
they're gonna nod, and one of them is going to, like a foot after they walk past you, say, "Wait a minute," and he's gonna turn and say, "Hey, you!"
Yeah.
in the professor coat.
Oh.
Stop right there.
Yes, sir.
We keep moving.
We're not with him.
You look awfully familiar, don't you?
Do I?
You're gonna recognize this.
Is that
guy.
Ronald Reagan?
Oh no.
It's apparently this guy's on loan from a different district. This blue coat normally patrols in Crowsfoot. You recognize the face just a little bit. Yeah, I think I do recognize you. Have we met before?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Are you sure?
I've appeared in the papers a couple times for research studies.
And he's gonna have a smile creep across his face. No, I know who you are. Professor Sherris!
Yes!
You remember me?
I do.
I studied navigation. I wanted to go into the Navy for a bit.
Oh.
I think it was. I think I was graduating class 835.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So how's the wife?
She's doing great. How are you?
Oh,
You didn't go into the Navy?
I didn't go into the Navy, but I got promoted out of Crowsfoot, which is
Oh.
nice. Patrolling here is much easier. I've gotten shot way fewer times.
You've been shot?
A couple couple times. Yeah, but you get enough bullets in you, and they start stopping the new ones.
Well, I'm
Build up immunity.
well. I'm glad you're okay. It was nice to see you. Well,
It's really. Where are you headed?
I'm headed to Charter Hall. Is that what it's called?
I'm assuming that's out of character.
That's out of character.
Yeah, Charter
Charter Hall.
That's what it's called.
We're doing some research.
You're doing some research. Oh, what in?
The sun.
The sun.
We're researching why it blew up.
He's gonna look up.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
distinct lack of sun, and he's gonna say, "What?
What happened to the sun?
Oh, it blew up.
Yeah, we're researching like the causes and the effects it's had.
What? Professor Sherris, you used to tell me that sort of stuff was nonsense. Studying the past, what use is there? Come on, that was basically your catchphrase back in the day, man.
Well, I never really realized how much the past truly affects the present, which affects the future. The past is really just what used to be the present.
That's a big philosophical That's not words this guy knows. That's a pretty big change. Are you feeling all right, Professor Sherris?
I remember when I said my wife was great.
Yeah, I do.
It was 30 seconds ago.
She's not doing great.
I'm
She's
so
ill.
Sorry to hear that. Would you like to announce that you're rolling something to get this guy away from you?
No, but I am going to. Oh no, I'm going to try to convince him that I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
I'm going to roll sway.
I think that sway makes sense. I'm going to give you. You've made him extremely uncomfortable, so a controlled position
Yeah.
is standard effect.
Me when I'm in a normal conversation.
Please. 6.
6. He's gonna say, "I'm really sorry, Professor Sherris.
Yeah,
I hope that you have a really good day.
You
and
too.
That your wife is." And he's gonna leave.
I should be going anyways. Let's go.
And the Blue Coat Patrol is gonna turn around and head into the distance. Now,
Perfect.
you guys are
Expertly
going to reach Charter Hall College. Blue Coat security here seems not more tight than the street patrols, I guess. There's a lot of blue coats around, a lot of patrols, and the university itself is like a collection of brick buildings, very old brick buildings, lots of moss and ivy, some old fountains that used to spout water, but for the most part lie empty, surrounded by a big, like, iron fence, right, that encapsulates the whole thing. And there's one huge gate. You know, one side is bronze, the other side they had enough money to renovate, so it's a little newer steel gate. And both sides have a sigil, a C for charter, and then they accidentally ordered a second one for also charter.
It's awkward.
So there's like 6 blue coats just sitting here meandering at the gate. It's not really a security checkpoint. It is open, and like the road just kind of walks down into the administrative building at the center, and then there's all sorts of lecture halls and that sort of thing. None of you have been to the college before, right?
Probably
Correct.
not.
Yeah, so you really wouldn't know your way around here. But the blue coats are, looking at you as you're going to enter, and they're going to say, "Hey, what's going on?"
Research.
Okay, I'm Officer Ross. I'm sort of the designated watch security officer for the hours of noon to 3 bells. I'm going to need a more specific answer than research. What's up?
Well, we've got our papers here. We're here on a research project from Duskwall University. No, Academy.
Good catch.
Yeah, this looks to be in order for the most part. Here on research, where exactly are you trying to get?
The observatory.
The observatory. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I can get you to the observatory. Follow me to administration. I'll get you to the guy with the keys, and we'll get you in there, okay?
Yes, sir.
And he's going to say, "Hey,
This is where things go wrong.
Officer Ross," he's going to turn and he's going to say, "Hey, Willis, come on with us, all right? Let's get him escorted." And he's going to walk and gesture for you to follow him towards the administrative building.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. So he's going to take you into this old, musty wooden building. By the way, at this point, it's probably about 2 bells past noon. He's going to take you into this old, musty, wooden-paneled building. Lots of paintings of very old professor, academic-looking people on the walls. And somebody sitting there at a desk reading a tome. They look to be probably in their, late teens, early 20s. Oh. And he's just kind of sitting there, and he's going to look up and close the book and say, "Oh, hey, what's up here?" And Officer Ross is going to say, "Hey, we got some folks that need to get into the observatory. You've got the ring of keys, right?" And he's going to say, "Oh, yeah. Although I can't really let just anyone into the observatory. It's kind of restricted for academic use. Are these...
We're from the academy.
You're from the academy? What do you mean you're from the academy?
On a research project.
With who?
With us.
Well, it's a joint research project. You're using our observatory. Which professor signed the get in?
Professor Sherris.
Professor Sherris.
Let's hope this guy's not dead.
And he's gonna open he's gonna go to like a Rolodex of all the professors.
It's gonna be awkward when he calls Professor Sheriff.
He's gonna look through and he's gonna close the first Rolodex and take out a second one. He's gonna say, "Oh,
really old?
Sherris is a Duskwall Academy professor, not a Charter Hall one."
Oh, I must have got my names mixed up.
Yeah. So who signed your research proposal?
What does it say on our papers? We forged papers.
You did forge papers. I wonder if it would be a real person. Let's see.
What if we flash back and stalk them?
I would let you flash back to do a little research.
What if we flash back, see like a yearbook?
Perfect. Flashback. That is like a zero. That is an absolute zero stress flashback. Let's go. Eldridge got you a yearbook. He's the head of the yearbook committee.
Oh yeah, he is.
You have a fine quality yearbook. So yeah.
I pull it out. This guy right here,
Professor McFleming. Okay. I'll go get him. Wait right here. And the kid's gonna stand up. The two blue coats are sitting there, having a conversation. And they're not paying attention. Well, the kid's gonna get up, disappear by the door behind him.
Miscommunication.
So, what's it like teaching at Duskwall Academy? We mostly hang around here guarding Charter Hall. I don't get much out to White Crown these days.
It's pretty strict. I prefer it over here.
You prefer it in Charter Hall? Oh, why don't you put in the transporter? They only pay you a fifth as much. Right. Okay.
You know how it is.
He's going to turn to his fellow officer and say, "Academics." So, what are you guys doing? You're just standing there awkwardly?
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, the kid is going to come back.
Is there anything in the room? Like, is there anything of note in the room?
Big ticking grandfather clock, bookshelves of musty tomes, like 4 different wooden doors of varying sizes and grains of wood. Couple old couches that look like those ones back there. Not much else.
Okay. I was trying to find a way for us to get like a map, but I guess we can. If we really need to, we could flash back and say we got one.
Out of character, I don't think this is going to go well for us when the guy shows up and goes, "Who are y'all?"
Speaking of which,
say our professor
who are
told
y'all?
our professor.
Oh, that's smart.
So an old man with
This
2
is the
sheets of gray hair on both sides of his head. Probably not that old. I'm going to say late 50s, early 60s. Wearing like professor attire. He's got kind of the brownish beige jacket,
Gaslight on 3.
patches, and a
Gaslight
red
on
bow tie.
I am the gaslighting class. That's
Exactly. That's what we're about to do. Special ability, gaslight.
This guy has a feeble mind.
All right, so let's see. Okay, you guys are gonna walk in, and Professor McFleming is gonna walk in and say, "Who are these people? I've been told that you're here on research for the observatory.
that's
Or
correct.
what are you doing here? I don't remember agreeing to this.
Well,
I don't remember signing, but let me see the warrants." I don't remember signing this. Who are you? What's your name? Spit it out.
How many people in the room?
That's important.
2 cops, kid, the professor, notably 4 scoundrels.
What does it say my name is on the paper?
What does it say your name is on the paper?
Oh, so I get to pick.
Yeah. This is a
You
very
made the
free-flowing
papers.
narrative.
Okay. I am Professor Randall Chambers. Professor Chambers.
Professor Randall Chambers. I do not recognize the name.
New hire.
Well,
You go by a different sobriquet when working with academia.
I'm pretty new, and you might know my.
Pretty new, and yet you're requesting to use our observatory. You know that it is restricted to all but the most renowned tenured professors of Duskwall Academy. We do not give lightly of our facilities.
Well, my advisor is.
Who?
So I got names mixed up earlier. I'm sorry, but my advisor, Professor Sherris.
Professor Sherris from the Naval Studies Department.
Yeah, the seas and the sky have a lot in common, and
He's going to raise an eyebrow and for the first time seriously doubt that you're even part of academia with that sentence. Yes?
can I roll sway?
Okay, so yeah, you're rolling sway to convince this guy that you're
Because
part of
I want to
academia.
be like.
I mean, you're not.
I'm going to give you a risky standard roll, okay? So
Okay.
standard effect, the guy won't be fully absolved of suspicion, but he'll be like, okay, at least these guys are part of a university, and he's not going to think people are breaking in, but there's been an academic mix-up here. Or, if you'd like, you can really put yourself out there and be like, we've met before, and you signed this in front of me to downgrade to a desperate position, but great effect,
No.
and convince him that in his old age, he forgot.
What I'm trying to tell him is that my advisor organized it with him for me to be there.
Okay, so you're not going full gaslight.
I never met him, but my advisor told me to meet you here,
All
basically.
right, you're accepting risky standard? I'm going to
Yeah.
offer you the first of what is called the devil's bargain. Now, I'm giving this one, but any of you can offer one. I just have to approve it. And a devil's bargain means that I'm going to offer you an extra die for this roll, but something bad happens regardless of whether it succeeds or fails.
I forgot about
And I'm going to say that you get an extra die on this roll, but somewhere in this building, Professor Sherris is visiting.
No!
He doesn't.
we
McFleming
shouldn't
doesn't
do
necessarily know that he's there, but
But
it
he will
will
be there.
be true. He will be in the building.
Do we do it? Because I'm rolling. That would make me roll 3. What's a success?
A success is a 4, 5, or 6. A 6 is a success without consequence.
I said just take the 2.
It's like a 25% chance to fail. I think take the 2.
But only a 1 minus 5/6 squared chance of total success.
We're just gonna roll the 2. I'm not gonna do the bargain, despite how
I love
fun
your
it
quick
seems.
math.
I think it was wrong.
5.
1.
That means something bad's happened. So McPherson does believe that you are faculty with Duskwall Academy.
Okay.
He's bought into the lie. He doesn't think that you have clearance to use the observatory yet, but he doesn't think you're a criminal. However, these two cops have picked up on something. You know, the guy, the guys are going to be talking. They're like, man, we hang around a lot of professor types, and you know, this old professor, he's not that great at reading people. These cops talk with and interact with and interview a lot of folks. They can read a person, and they're getting suspicious of you. And they're going to talk to their friends about it. I will fill in another slice of blue coat sauce. 2 of the 4 pie slices have been filled in. Once the 4th is filled in, the alarm is sounded.
We just gotta say, okay, sorry, we're gonna leave, and then don't leave and go to the dorms, and then we're done.
Now, you've mentioned that you're here on request of Professor Sherris.
That is right, Professor.
I'm very sorry, but I believe there's been a mix-up, and I don't think I can get you into the observatory. Strictly speaking, I don't believe you have permission to be on campus grounds, and we've been going through tight security at the request of the headmaster. I may have to ask you to leave grounds.
Well, I apologize. Could I?
Your apology is accepted.
So what you're saying is I can return back to the academy and come back here when I have proper clearance?
If you obtain it,
Yeah.
but you're going to need to go through me to get it anyway. I am the head of the astronomy department.
I understand. We'll be back.
You'll be back?
We'll be back.
Very well. See that you are with proper documentation, friend. And so, are you just turning and leaving?
What? I'm gonna try to turn and look at everybody else. Well, looks like we gotta go, guys. That arduous journey back
We
home.
just start talking to him right now. He's right there.
Yeah,
Why
this
go
is the
back?
guy that could sign off on it.
Is there anything we can do?
I need your help. You were actually in a boat at one point. You know more
What
than
if
me.
we're the naval
Knowledge.
Part, we're
You can
working-
talk to this guy and be like, yeah, can you sign this warrant? And
Yeah.
he'll send
Knowledge-wise,
that.
you know more than I do.
Okay, fair.
But you're also not dressed like the professor.
This is true.
I'm dressed like a TA though.
Yeah,
right?
you
Okay,
are.
okay.
But you can interject if you'd like.
Yeah. Sir, we've traveled a long way from Duskwall. there's got to be
You're
something.
in Duskwall.
From Duskwall Academy.
Okay, gotcha.
There's got to be something you can do for us.
All right, so, all right, you're saying that, Tim? He's going to
Yeah.
say, Professor, was it Cutler? What did you say your name was?
Chambers.
Professor Chambers, your teaching assistant, wags his tongue without your permission. Out of line, I think. But perhaps there is something you can do to lend a hand. Now, would you like to announce that you have rolled something in order to convince this professor?
I rolled Tinker to convince him. Tinkering with his mind.
Let me open that skull up there.
I pull up my.
I'm gonna say no. Or like what? I don't want to.
Allow me to ask a question. What are you rolling to convince this guy? Now, you can roll in a skill you don't have any action dots in, and you can just say, I'm pushing myself, taking 2 stress to get +1 die.
Okay.
Or, somebody wants to explain how they're helping you, they can spend 1 stress to give you an extra die. Or, you can take a devil's bargain if somebody can think of one. There's a lot of ways to roll on things you're not good at and still have a decent shot of succeeding.
What are you good at?
None of what you're good
That
at.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
What are you good
What
at?
if-
Tinker, skirmish, wreck, and hunt.
What if I said I can help calibrate the telescope with my Tinker skill? Could that be an assist thing?
So, you're assisting in the persuasion by you being like,
Yeah.
is there any way you can help us? And you're like, we've got lots of technical expertise, we'll know what we're doing, we'll be orderly. Take 1 stress, you have an extra die. Anyone have a
Okay.
devil's bargain they'd like to offer for a third?
I can't think of any.
Wait, I get.
You currently have, you have 0 dice, now
So,
you
I have
have 1
one,
die.
yeah.
Okay, anyone want to think of a devil's bargain
No, he
in
has
a
2.
second? Huh?
He has 2. I said so.
Because I can't think of one.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, I've got one. The observatory's in use right now by an actual attaché working with a different department. Give you a second die, increase your odds of success from 50 to 75.
We've got to get to the dorms at some point too.
Well, that's the thing. We don't actually have to go
That's true.
to
just
the
have to-
observatory.
I'm
We
gonna
just
throw
need
this
to
out
get these
there.
guys
Can I
off
throw
of
this
us.
out there? We drug the old man when he's leading us there.
Would just like inject him with something.
I'm an alchemist, Your Honor. Like,
I think we can take that, and when we get there and it's in use, that gives us an excuse to stay on campus for a little bit.
But I feel like they'll just see that we leave. Like they'll just see us out.
What's happened?
What
What are
if
you doing?
we flash back and we agree with what was his name, the kid that we're selling? this to?
Eldritch?
Eldritch. We agreed with him. We would meet him like outside of the observatory or something, because
I would allow that to be a 1 stress flashback.
yeah, like that was
'Cause
part
it's
of our
an
plan.
alteration of a
to meet
previous-
him somewhere so we don't have to get to the dorms. He had to figure out how to get back to his dorm. Like that's not our problem.
that's on him.
Yeah, that's on him. But we had like a meeting spot where we were gonna meet him. That was like out of the way, but like
Perhaps
on
near
our
a restroom, so one of us could dip away
Yes,
to
yeah.
use the facilities.
Okay.
The restroom
So-
closest to the observatory.
So you want to do a flashback and say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
Kinghead, we've got papers that say we're going to the observatory.
Have
Meet us
someone
there.
to-
or
yeah.
have somebody
So maybe
there.
they're the people in the observatory.
Okay.
You should do your best to be in that observatory,
Yeah.
Mr. Yearbook Man.
He's like,
Yeah.
there's people in there, right? If you do the devil's bargain, so maybe he's like taking pictures for the yearbook or something.
Okay.
All right, so you want to take the
Am I
bargain?
taking a stress for that?
Yes. You want to take the bargain?
Yes.
There are currently people in the observatory.
Okay.
All right, so you
But
have a second
he's
die.
one of them.
Yep.
You're now rolling 2 dice. And yeah,
Could
you're
we-
rolling at risky standard.
Could we help to give a third? Oh wait, no, is that
Yeah,
helping to?
Okay.
we've already helped him
That,
for one.
yeah,
to-
because you don't have any.
Don't get a 1 through a 3, or this guy's getting mad.
5 and 6.
6. All right, so he's gonna say,
Huge.
yes, actually. Well, I suppose yes. I could give you permission. I acted
Thank
a
you,
little
thank
too
you.
hastily. Because there is a joint study I could involve you in. I suppose depending on your expertise. Professor Chambers, what is it exactly you're studying at the moment?
No,
Not this one again.
Remember.
I'm studying underneath Professor Sherris. It kind of changes from time to time.
What are you studying right now? What were you hoping to use my telescope for?
We're
What department are you from at Duskwall Academy?
is it astronomy or astrology?
Strictly speaking,
Astronomy.
Sherris is from the Naval Sciences Department, but you can be from their astronomy wing.
Yeah, I'm working with him because it's like a double
cross-disciplinary.
Yeah.
Teaching the Navy.
Interdisciplinary study, yes.
Yes.
These are quite common at Duskwall. And what particularly were you hoping to use my telescope for?
Looking for the sun.
The fragments of
We're
the
gonna
sun.
find it.
It's out there somewhere.
We are researching the sun shards, the explosion of the sun.
Really?
We're thinking that through that research we could potentially help the Navy.
It just so happens I'm writing a paper.
Oh, are you?
The metaphysics of sudden onset stellar combustion.
Oh,
Indeed.
I think
What
I
a
heard about that one.
coincidence.
I myself am researching the detonation of the sun and the cataclysm.
What have you learned so far?
Well,
Perfect. Thank you.
And this guy is going to get into a long-winded explanation.
So now we
I've
know a lot
memorized-
about it, though.
yeah,
right?
I've memorized
We've learned
it.
it all.
What would you like to roll to try and absorb as much of this as possible? Because it's like
Study.
60% nonsense. Study?
Study.
What's a tune?
That's like
That's
ghost
magic. That's looking into the ghost
Oh.
field.
He's rolling to like remember that. Can I roll like
Can I just keep asking him
consort
questions?
to like respond to things he's saying so it looks like I know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I'm like asking questions like I'm a really interested student.
Now, if one of you is... Okay, I'm going to say one of you can roll to try and absorb as much information as possible, and the other can help if they'd like, or you can do what's called a group action, where one person is leading the group and trying to gather this information, and everybody makes the roll, and if one person rolls a 6, the group succeeds, but for everyone that didn't get higher than a 4, the leader of the group action takes a stress.
I'll help you attain it because I don't really have anything I can.
So
roll.
you're rolling to absorb this information?
No, I think I'm studying.
Oh, I thought you were
I
both.
was asking if we could make separate rolls. Him roll to like absorb the information, and me roll to like not be suspicious.
Gain
I was
the guy's trust.
like,
I was gonna be like
asking.
make
yeah,
it
get
seem
more
like I
information
know
out
what
of him.
he's talking about. Like
Just keep asking
I'll say
questions.
that you can roll consort to give a +1 die to him without burning a stress. Does that
Okay.
seem fair?
Yeah,
Oh, I so like ask questions so that I have longer to like
Yeah,
soak it
exactly.
in.
and so we get more information out of him as well.
So
Go ahead
I
and
roll
I'm going to
consort.
give you
Okay.
controlled standard.
That was so
That was
scuffed.
scuffed.
A 6 and a
6
3.
and a 3.
6 and a 3. Success.
You're
Extra
doing
die.
so
Plus 1 die.
That's 2 die. Dice. Because plural. 4 is 3. 4.
4. Okay, so you have succeeded in gathering information, but with a complication. I'm going to say yes, you do now have minimal information on how the sun explosion and the orbital dynamics and the 3-body problems all work. What do we think could be a negative consequence of this?
You like forgot something about alchemy because you got so much astronomy up there.
I'm going to say that you are paying such particular attention that you're going to suffer a level 1 harm, mental exhaustion.
That makes sense.
That's bad because now if I want to use my rapid oxidizer.
I
I'll
don't
use
need
it. I'll
that.
use it.
There's a metal fence that we might have to break through at some point.
Now,
That
at
is
about
true.
3 bells past noon, this guy's going to stop his conversation and he's going to say,
So you believe you could help me write my paper?
Of course.
well, then let's go discuss.
Let's. Or what?
Yes?
I thought we were gonna help with the people at the observatory.
We're going to the observatory, my friend. My office is in the observatory.
Oh, I
I'd like you
see.
to help me write a paper. And please, bring along your students and your technician as well. I could
Yes.
use a little assistance in setting the telescope
I
up.
think I'm techie.
My old fragile bones struggle to do so these days. Of
course.
Myself.
Me when I I use my binding oil on. the
Can
telescope.
I use?
the oxidizer.
Should I do this? Can I use a load to have like a pen and a notepad?
You don't need one. Just take it.
Okay, because
Incidental. You can have a pen and a notepad. Take it for free.
I want to write a note.
It's actually too good.
I-
Two load, one for the pen, one for the notepad.
So where did we say we were meeting the guy?
You are now meeting. So allegedly, Eldridge is going to have people to transport Dreamstone.
Okay. Did
We're
we say
meeting
in the
somewhere-
restroom?
I think
or
like
close
in
to the
I
restroom.
thought-
the entrance of the observatory, somewhere near the observatory. I think.
Well, if we have him taking pictures in there, we could both slip to the restroom at the same time.
Because I was gonna say what would be
You have Eldridge
easiest.
meeting you at the observatory, right?
I thought we were gonna say like the restrooms closest to the observatory.
But then we found out there was already an attaché inside the.
Yeah, because if his office is in the observatory, there's probably a restroom in there too.
Okay. Because what I was gonna
assuming.
say was, we could like you do something with your chemicals where you like drop something and spill it on us, so we have to go to the restroom and clean up. And so that gives us a reason to all go.
Oh no, I spilled the drift oil. We're all floating.
And so we all go to the restroom, get rid of the drugs, and then go back and, I don't know, pretend to be researchers for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And so I guess they're going to be in the restroom waiting for us.
Okay. So Eldridge is now.
And that's what I'm writing on the note. That plan to him, just basically spill some stuff at some point and get it on everyone that has drugs with
physical
them.
evidence that we.
Okay. So, right. You guys are currently going to the observatory. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Okay.
We're
so
just
the
going
two
with-
blue coats are going to come along. Professor McFleming is going to be eagerly talking with you. He's talking at you.
Yeah.
He's very enthusiastically sharing his research to what he believes is an interested ear.
I'm hoping my slide skills
pretty
can make it
interested.
seem like I'm an interested
You
ear.
seem engaged. You want to
Me and
die
lunch after
inside.
Yeah.
So, okay. You're eventually going to arrive at the tall cylindrical brick building with the large copper dome at the top with big telescope coming out of the side, all right? This is, what's a fancy British name? Somebody give me a fancy British name.
Aldous.
Give me two fancy British names.
Hubert.
Hubert.
Aldous.
Hubert. This is the Hubert Aldous Observatory building.
Wow. Perfect.
And it's got two big, huge double doors with engravings of stars and moons and galaxies and swirls and sun shards all around it. And there's a blue coat sitting there. McFleming is going to say, hello there, Hubert. Please, if you would let us into the observatory. I am just about to conduct my study with some fellow interested academics. Please, Hubert, open the door. And Hubert's going to say, yeah.
So the guy guarding the Hubert place is named Hubert?
That's why they assigned him there. They thought it was fun.
Okay.
Hubert hates it.
Go ahead and McFleming. Thank you, my dear friend. Most appreciated, Hubert. Most appreciated.
Hubert hate
I hate this guy.
McFleming.
Can I kill McFleming? And you guys are going to be let into
I
the
look at
lobby.
Hubert.
You're going to look at Hubert.
If you frag him, I won't say.
Hubert is going to look at you with the eyes of a truly defeated man. That's a free me. And there's looking up the Aldous Hubert Aldous.
Hubert
Hubert
Aldous.
Aldous.
The
Yeah,
Hubert
get it right.
Aldous Observatory building is like a large spiral staircase that winds up the top of the cylinder with all sorts of doors on the side. It's like the building on the inside seems much smaller, but that's because between the outside wall and the interior wall are a bunch of offices and classrooms that are all like an arc length, like a sector. Is that what that's called? A sector of the cylinder, right? As you guys are walking up this metal black spiral staircase, just ping, 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 getting up closer to the top. You guys can interrupt me at any point if you'd like to split off.
Cam's at the beginning, Cam's at the lead. You know, where it's spiral, right? So we're in like a line.
Mm-hmm.
You drop something, we all walk through it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, my oil.
No, but then the
My
other guy
lubricant-
also has to go to the... We don't want him to go
No,
to the
he's
restroom with us.
he's
No, he would
first.
be
He's
leading,
leading
wouldn't
us up,
Oh,
and then
he's
it's
leading.
Cam and the rest.
I see.
Yeah.
Fumbling with my bag,
McPherson,
fumbling with
it's
my... Oh no, my
McPherson,
slippy oil.
You guys, blue coat.
Oh, he's behind us.
Yeah.
Good too.
I'll be in the back. I'll catch it. Whatever it is.
What's going on? What
I
are you
don't
guys
know.
doing?
I don't know what we're doing, to be honest with you here.
You're the chemicals guy.
I thought we were going to wait till I was actually working on the telescope.
We can do that.
We could, but
So-
I feel
I
like...
just think this is like a perfect opportunity.
And
Opening up
do we
the
all
trap
have to
door
go-
on
oh,
the
we
top
all
leading
have
into
to
the
go.
big observatory dome?
I
Assuming you
don't,
guys are
so it
going
doesn't have to be
follow
on
in
me.
there.
I'll call
McPherson-
y'all two over
Okay.
when I'm working on the telescope, and then we have a little accident.
Okay.
McPherson is going to grab a little pull ladder. He's going to look up. Yeah! And pull himself up into the observatory and gesture for you all to follow.
I quickly tinker a block and tackle system to rapidly.
Okay, so you guys all climb up into the observatory.
Yeah.
Big old telescope. And there is, all sorts of folks. There's like, let's say, 10, 15 people in this room, 8 of them are an joint attaché between Charter Hall and Duskwall Academy, looking into the big old telescope. The other 7 are sitting there writing down while the guy's calling out, such and such declination, such and such right ascension. All sorts of chalkboards in this room are full of various graphs and numbers, and the remaining few people in the room are part of the Charter Hall Academy yearbook committee with those big old-timey cameras. One guy's under a big
There's like
coat.
a flash powder
Yeah, he's
thing.
going. I spit everywhere. He's taking a big old picture of the whole thing, and Eldritch is sitting
He's
there
here.
giving micromanaging tips like, move that thing a little bit to the left and shift that thing up. He really seems in his element here.
Rule of thirds.
If he sees us in here, he's gonna flip out.
And so yeah, he's everything's going real well for him, and then he's gonna look, and all the blood's gonna drain from his face.
Can I roll commands to give him like a look that's like, chill out?
I'm gonna give you controlled standard. Go
Okay.
ahead.
How difficult would it be to flash back and get a little manual on how to operate a telescope?
I would call it one.
They always go everywhere.
I'll think about it.
5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. 6. You achieve it. Nothing bad happens. He's like, Eldritch is stable. Now at this point, you're gonna hear the guy at the telescope go, oh shit. Oh, McFleming, thank God. I think there might be a crack in the third anterior lens.
I'm on it.
Yes.
You don't know how to fix the telescope.
I flash back from my how to fix a telescope manual. I'm adding a stress. Thanks for the helicopter.
you now have a big manual for the big telescope.
Well, I'm not bringing it out till I'm inside the
Scale.
telescope, so they don't see me
Inside
reading.
the telescope.
Give him the lens.
Wait. I thought you said the third lens. Is the third lens not in the telescope?
So the way that this telescope works, I don't know how a telescope
How big
works.
is it?
So,
Make up things. It's
yeah, it's a cylinder that I'm gonna say the radius is this table's width. So it is a huge telescope.
Me
This thing
crawling
can
in.
see like 90 feet.
Give it time.
All right, big old telescope.
90 feet.
And the way you think the lens
At least 90.
the way, at least, it's
Lower
and
bound
it's a tall building that puts it even closer to the stars, which helps. The tall observatory. So wandering up, you've got this. There's all sorts of little semicircular slots at the bottom that you're supposed to unlock, and the lens is gonna, pull down out of it, and you can inspect it, see what's going on. There's little latches for all of the gears that shift and whir for adjusting sights and distance and all that sort of thing. So, what do? You're like, I'm on it, and you're walking up to the platform. Are you taking out your big manual?
yes.
I'm gonna follow up behind him to offer to, help. Maybe hold a flashlight or
Yeah.
a manual or something.
All right.
Because I think you should
Yeah.
come too.
Point the flashlight.
It looks like this is a Hubert Model 720.
Oh, of
telescope.
course. I knew that.
So yeah, this thing, Model 720, this is definitely older than 130 years. This is a Hubert Model 490. All right, this is an old telescope that's been whirring for a while.
I had this thing.
It looks like you're going to find it on page 971 of the
course.
manual. And you're going to see that it's like, oh, okay, this doesn't look too complicated. And then it folds out like 12 times to reveal this big complicated diagram, and a small little magnifying glass is going to slip out of the page, and a little bit of sweat is going to drip off of your brow as
Okay.
you look at this
This
monstrosity.
is light.
I'm gonna run up and offer to read the instructions to you while you're getting under the thing, so you can.
And I'll hold the flashlight.
All right, I'm
You
going
got the
to,
flashlight.
if one of you two would like to take a stress, I'll give an extra die as the help
I can
action.
take it because I only have.
I'm assuming you're going to tell me you're rolling
I'm
tinker.
gonna tink.
Do you have fine tinkering tools?
I could. I do.
Do you have an extra die? I'm thinking of a devil's bargain to offer you, but you've got, 4 dice at this point?
I'm going 4 dice.
You probably don't need a devil's bargain, but would you like one?
No.
Go ahead and roll.
Rolls 4 ones.
4 dice can happen. I've seen it. 3, 3, 2, 2! That is it! Holy shit, so you don't do it and an additional bad thing happens. All
What's
right,
the push yourself thing again?
so there's going to be a...
I can't.
You rolled the dice, it's too late.
No, I meant, wasn't there a thing you can try again with worse results?
That you have to trade position for effect before the roll. So, okay. You standing there, and just as the camera flashes, the lens is going to eject out and shatter onto the floor.
Who took that picture?
Okay, this is good actually.
Ripping gears out of it, just spraying the floor with glass and shards of metal. And McFleming is going to shout, "How?"
It was the camera.
And he's going to, like,
I pull out
red
my...
in the face, sweat and tears, walk up and punch you directly in the face.
Don't worry, I've got this. Binding oil. Bind all the little pieces back.
You are getting punched in the face, and you are going to suffer a level 1 harm bruised, unless you'd like to roll to resist it.
What would I roll?
Let me see. You would be rolling prowess, so you'd have 1 die, and you're going to lose stress equal to 6 minus what you roll.
6 minus what I roll. Roll
And
it.
no matter what you roll, you are not taking that harm.
Yeah, I don't want to take harm in case I need the oxidizer later. Because then it would be like a level 2.
It would get upgraded. You're gonna take 5 stress from dodging this punch. Like, it's been a while since somebody has physically attacked you, and getting this punch swung at you is like, okay, this is escalating really, really bad. And now, suddenly, everybody in the chamber begins, like, gasping and arguing with each other and thinking about what to do. This
Perfect
antique
distraction.
telescope has just been shattered, and everyone is getting into disrepair. Somebody's going to ring a bell, another's going to press a buzzer real quick, and McFleming is like, McFleming is looking at you guys, like, taking turns being yelled at.
Did
like,
the Eldridge guy take the picture?
No, it was his little camera lad.
I'm throwing him on the bus.
I'm gonna go over there with the camera.
Okay, so you're gonna go over there to the camera, and Eldridge is gonna say, "Do you have any idea what you just did?"
It's your cameraman's fault.
And the cameraman is gonna say, "Hold on just a second here. Well, what do you mean it's my fault? I was doing my job, taking a picture of an expert at work.
Well, you should have waited till after I was doing the finicky
You
part.
should be wearing your flash-resistant glasses. It's an optic system. What the hell were you doing not wearing protective eye gear? It's pointed at stars!"
Was I looking in the telescope? I don't go to your job until you had to take pictures.
That's what you're doing!
I'm telling you, you fucked up my job.
You're coming to my job.
I'm not coming to your job. You fucked up my job.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you are!
This is a great time for
And
fire.
McFleming
No one's
is
gonna do anything
walk
about the
over,
swearing
put
student?
his shoulder on you and say, "Professor Sherris is going to hear about this. What do you have to say for yourself?"
This is one of my students. This is one of my students. He's probably gonna get expelled for this. And I can assure you.
Expelled! Hubert!
Can I roll sway? I can assure you that you will be compensated. I know that it's priceless artifact, but I can assure you will be compensated by the
Now,
Academy.
Sway, I'm going to give you standard effect, but this guy is livid. You just damaged a priceless, not only historical artifact,
Yeah.
but tool for the university. You are in a desperate position.
I'm trying to assure him that it'll be okay.
No, hold on. You just rolled a skill using desperate. Just write a little D next to that skill. I don't know what that means, but you at the end of the session, rolling desperate for a skill means you get experience in it.
Okay.
Making desperate rolls gets you XP. And I'll know the exact rules once we finish the actual school. So,
Okay.
Now, on double sixes, crit success, you do it with increased effect. On a 6, you do it. On a 4 or 5, you do it, but there's a serious complication. Like, before you've suffered complications, you fuck this up on anything but a 6, serious complication happens. So McFleming is fucking livid.
How
right now.
difficult?
I feel like that's gonna happen either way, so might as well.
How difficult would it be to stealthily administer a little bit of trance powder to Mr. McFleming?
Incredibly. He's currently a very respected and loud man, shouting.
Everybody's
Everyone in the
looking
room
at
is
him.
looking at this exchange, basically.
So there goes that plan.
If he tries to kick us out, we can just say, "Hey, we use your bathroom first because we stepped on all this glass."
Would you like to take a devil's bargain?
Do you have one?
I do have one. I'm going to say that the current drop site does not work, and Eldridge is going to need you to actually cart the stuff over to the dorm. But you'll get an extra die. But regardless of whether you succeed or fail, that's not the case.
We probably shouldn't do that, should we?
I feel like we should do our best to get rid of the drugs and then get off campus. Be like, we will leave, but
We
first
can
can
just-
we clean ourselves
So you're
up
not
from this
taking the devil's
bloody,
bargain?
bloody
We can
hands.
leave and we can just forget our bags, our telescope bags here.
All right. You're just going to take the 2?
Yeah.
Get a 6.
But we should signal Eldridge that these, like, we should grab
That
this
was
back.
part of the plan.
Go ahead.
We'll just leave our. Uh-oh.
1-1!
No!
Okay, he's gonna say, "Oh yes, you may leave in chains." Hubert, arrest them. And I am going to fill in the 2 remaining slices.
It's on the board.
This is not very good, guys.
Those rolls are not helping.
Blue coat sus has been filled all the way in, and like you're going to hear like 8 or 9 sets of feet clambering up the spiral staircase for you.
Bandolier, smoke bomb.
Oh yeah. Smoke begins flooding into the observatory.
Where was the Aldrich when I threw the bomb?
Eldridge?
Yeah.
Eldridge is like kind of slinking away into the corner. He's like,
I'm gonna like.
McFleming is so mad.
I'm tossing the bag towards him.
Okay, so you're gonna smoke bomb toss Eldridge a
And then I'm gonna
huge
be like,
bag of
no.
opium.
Tap him on the shoulder.
I'm signaling.
That's what you
I'm
need.
signaling. We get out of here now.
This is not very professional.
It
right?
isn't
not.
perfect.
Okay, so you are.
We're figuring things out.
Okay, you're tossing. You have how many of the drug bags? Because there's 5 load
5
worth
load.
of opium. You promised 5 load. Of
How
juice
much do you
smoke.
have?
Well, we're carrying it.
I thought it was all in the
I thought it
telescope
was
bag. To be
6.
honest with you.
No, it
No,
was.
there's many.
Because you explicitly distributed the load in a certain way.
I forgot about
You guys both had 2 and you
Yep.
had 1?
Yep.
We each
Yes.
had a
Yeah.
telescope.
So you had 2. Who else had 2?
No, 2, 2, 1.
2, 2, 1. So
Yeah.
you can toss him like
I'm
a
gonna be like-
satchel of dream smoke, like a coin worth of dream smoke.
I
I
think
just
we should
also
all just
toss it?
drop this stuff here.
No,
It's-
we toss it. We should toss
It
it.
might not
Well, I
get to
think
the
all
right
the
place.
blue coats are gonna like go for us and not be worried about our stuff so much. And when they're escorting out,
And
we
it's
can just
in
grab
bags
it.
of like
What if I just
astronomy
go-
equipment.
I
Now,
go bags.
you have been. The premise of this mission is that security at Charter Hall has become stricter. So you can hope that these bags will get to Eldridge, but this isn't your agreed upon drop site, and it might not work.
If we
What
should
was
all-
our agreed upon?
Didn't you say
drop?
bathroom?
Yeah,
This bathroom. What if we run to the bathrooms, drop it there?
yeah. While the smoke bomb's going off.
That's true. We could use the confusion.
You want to do a group roll to try and everyone get into the bathroom?
Well, only 3 of us need to.
I
You wanna
will.
do a group roll with the 3?
Well, I'm.
So what does that entail? One of us.
A group roll is one person leads, and they're probably going to take a little stress, but it means that you either all succeed as a
I
group,
cannot
which is
lead.
likely with 3 people doing it, or all fail as a group, which is unlikely with 3 people.
I
Okay.
could take stress. I mean,
I-
both of the.
I don't
Yeah.
have any.
All right.
I cannot handle stress.
What are
but
you
I-
rolling to try and sneak into this bathroom? There is a
Imagine.
mostly correct answer to this.
Is prowl the sneak skill? I'm
Prowl
guessing?
is the sneak skill. I would give that great
I have
effect
0
because you're in a smoke
sprout.
bomb.
You have.
I have prowl.
Then you're
How much prowl?
And I'm going to give you a risky position because there's a lot of chaos in this room. People are running around. You just threw a fucking smoke bomb. So,
Would my military training be at all useful in this though?
well, your military training is why you got prowl a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody here roll prowl. For anyone that does not
I
get a
don't
4,
have-
5, or 6, you're going to take a stress, Ileana.
I don't
Do
have.
I get to roll
prowl.
if I don't have it?
Are you sneaking into the bathroom?
No, you're not.
Since it was a group roll, I thought we were all
Oh, no,
doing
no.
it.
Only people involved in the action.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Wait,
then,
so-
yeah.
So if I don't
I'm
have
Are
it,
they
do I
all
roll no
rolling
dice?
One.
Everyone's rolling a prowl roll.
Even if I have no
Yeah, they-
skill
If
in
you
it?
have no, you're rolling 2, taking the lower. One of you needs to succeed for the
Oh,
group
okay.
action to be a success.
It's kind of on you.
All right, go ahead. We'll roll it one at a time. Go ahead, Cam.
That's
The lower one?
5!
Five.
Rincewind W, roll.
3.
L, you're taking 1 stress.
6, 3.
3.
You're taking 2 stress.
but we
But you
succeed,
guys
right?
disappear into the bathroom.
got 6.
Wait, do I take
No,
stress?
I just
No,
took
only
stress.
the leader. You guys disappear into the bathroom. It's old but nice, you know. It's got that thing where it's like white tiles with little black diamonds in the corners of them, you know. And there's like some, you know, polished wooden stalls, a couple urinals, a nice little porcelain sink with gold handles. Well, like, you know, faux gold handles. One of them's rusted away to reveal bronze, and the mirrors are cracked. But sitting in here are 2 large students wearing, you know, sweaters with Letterman's jackets over them, indicating that they are a member of the college's croquet team, the Wickets. And they're sitting there like, "Sup, you guys are the drug dealers."
What?
I think we just gotta be quick with it. Just take
gotta
it
be
off,
like-
toss it to him.
So you're just going to begin tossing bags in here real quick?
Well, we all had like a
I mean-
telescope bag filled with.
So
Wait,
you're
hold
gonna
on.
drop
Was this
down.
the was this the agreed upon pickup? Did we
This
agree
was the
that these-
pickup. Yeah, they're like, we're going to...
They're picking it up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
They
but
knew
you're
we
gonna like drop the bag to the ground. They're gonna say, "Wait! We need to verify the product." And Scott's going to want to meet his new smugglers. And they're going to bang on one of the stall doors, and it's going to open to reveal a guy, sitting there, reclining on the stall, wearing a similar Letterman's jacket, but with team captain across the back, like slicked back blonde
If
hair,
only we had the guy who
chiseled
knows it if we're
jawline,
being lied to.
with a croquet mallet that he's kind of leaning against
You're by
while
yourself.
he's sitting
What
on
are you
the
gonna
john.
I have a plan.
And he's going to stand up with his khaki pants, and he's going to say, well, I didn't think Eldridge would be able to find somebody up to the task. Sounds like there's a lot of chaos going on around
Listen, pal,
there.
we're in a bit of a rush.
Is there
You got it. Way I can
find
need our
out-
payment. We'll be
Number
out of
one
here.
thing I've learned at 3 years at Charter Hall, I've learned to chill, all right? Take it easy, just for a hot sec. And he's going to...
There is an army of bluecoats approaching our position.
Speaking
I
of
must
which,
say.
while this is happening, outside, Silas, you have not disappeared.
I would like to do a flashback and use a load. Or, well, no, I don't know if it would do that. But I'm still in the smoke, I assume, from the smoke bomb.
If you'd like to be.
I would like to flashback. I had my fancy suit jacket tailored to where it's like reversible and it's a different color on the other side.
Your face and hair is still the same, though.
Find disguise
And
kit.
I'm going to use a... Wait, can I do that?
Find disguise kit.
How fast could I use a disguise
Wait,
kit?
if
We're
you
about to roll to see.
wait, couldn't you have
I was
disguised yourself on the way in and then quickly remove it?
What?
Yeah.
I don't,
Like he
I don't
was
think,
disguised this
Like,
whole
he,
time.
I don't
like the
think
whole
that would
time he's
work.
been disguised and he sheds it.
that would be like a lot of stress flashback, I think, if it worked.
I'd call that a one-stress flashback, and you roll to see how quickly you can dismantle the disguise. Deal?
Should I do that?
Or you
Or
could
should
just
I just have use a load and have a hat?
I
And
mean,
I put a hat on, reverse my jacket.
Wait, is the smoke bomb still there?
No,
Time
this
has
is
not
you
passed.
guys
This is
just went into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why can you just leave too? Just not go to the bathroom.
Well, I don't have
a
a
spiral staircase with like
Oh.
8 blue.
and I don't have a sneak skill at all. So
I flash back to when I was in the room, rapid oxidizer right on the staircase.
I'm gonna flashback, and I had a disguise on the whole time. Oh,
One stress,
sorry.
please.
Why do you do this to me?
Now,
Now, what am I rolling to take it off? To strip myself of my disguise.
Clearly.
what are you rolling?
Concert,
Oh,
clearly.
I have to say it.
Yeah, you tell me.
I have a 1 in finesse.
Okay,
I feel like that makes sense.
Everything else is a social skill.
so I think finesse would make sense for this.
I
I'm
suppose
going to
so.
give you standard
Command.
risky. Would you like to trade position for effect? I don't know what increased position would do for you here to be, or I don't know what increased effect would do for you here, to be honest. Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm trying to think if I could propose a devil's bargain, but I can't think.
Anyone think of a devil's bargain?
They see
What?
the disguise on the floor.
That just defeats the purpose.
Or that officer that we ran
are they gonna
into
think you
earlier
are?
on the street that used to be in Crowsfoot actually knows him. And would know his undisguised face.
I'll give you a devil's bargain. Police have surrounded the building.
Oh.
There's not just
Oh,
8
that was
going
a
up the
good
stairs.
one.
Waco Siege.
Campus security is surrounding Aldous Hubert. Hubert Aldous. Aldous Hubert.
I am not doing
Hubert
that.
Aldous.
No,
That's
I think it's Hubert Aldous.
Yeah.
Hubert Aldous.
It is Hubert Aldous.
I don't think it's Hubert Aldous. I think it's,
It's
Aldous.
Hubert No, it's Hubert Aldous.
Hubert Aldous.
Okay, works for me. Hubert Aldous.
I'm gonna roll 1 for
Hubert
finesse
Aldous
to
what?
take my thing off.
Okay. So you're not taking the bargain?
No,
What?
You don't want a siege?
Go ahead.
we have to get out of here.
Bro, you're just rolling straight.
You haven't done it, and there's an additional complication.
Police.
It's half on, half off.
You don't have any of the drugs on you.
Oh, does that?
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Does that use a load for disguise?
The additional complication is that you have dropped a bundle of papers identifying you by different names, all with the same picture. So it's like you've dropped your real ID and several fake IDs on the floor as the smoke is dissipating.
No.
And you're sitting there, like, rubbing your makeup
They
and
will
getting the
know
hair
which
off,
one's
like,
the
ah!
We're gonna have so much heat.
And there's like 8 blue coats that have run up there, and Officer Hubert is gonna look at you and he's gonna say, "This is one of them. Book him." Yes, Hubert. Detain these wretched ruffians. Purge them as the scum of the city that they are. Throw them in the slammer.
No.
If Silas gets arrested, though, maybe we can pull some leverage with the blue coats and get him out.
I'm not getting arrested. Well, if I get arrested,
seems like you're
I feel like
getting
if anybody's going to jail, it has to be me, right? I'll get out.
I mean, okay.
I don't think I'll get out of jail.
What are you gonna do? Well, let's cut back to you guys for a moment.
Yeah, I need to think.
So, now, I like to be well associated with the people that I work with here. I'm kind of a big deal around these parts. Eldridge told me he was hooking me up with some real pros, but it sounds like one of your boys is getting busted out there. What? Damn.
Is there any way I
That's
can,
good
like,
product.
if I can roll to find out if we're being lied to, like, almost like an
If
inside
only
check?
I was there.
I think study is the skill they typically recommend for that. Go ahead. Standard, I'm going to give you controlled. All right, so a complication is going to happen, or you can downgrade to a risky position and roll again and hope for a 6.
I'm just going to take the complication.
Okay, the complication is that I'm going to say Scott has noticed you're studying him. He's going to look up and he's going to say, hey, I get the feeling you don't trust me in particular.
I just didn't hear your name before now.
Scott Treadway.
No, like, from the guy who made the deal.
Oh, well, I'm surprised Eldridge didn't mention me. By the way, you succeeded on your study roll. This guy is very confident in what he's saying. If what he's saying isn't true, he doesn't know that.
Okay. So I have every reason to believe him now.
Yeah. He's going to say, oh, that is a bit of a surprise. I'm the reason he needs the dream smoke. I'm facilitating tonight's party, and, well, my usual customers are expecting bulk supply here. I told him he'd get in if he'd fill the gap for me. You guys are a stopgap measure, and it looks like you've done your job acceptably. I'll see that you get paid for it. Wow. Look at this. My boys Chet and Dave can take care of this from here. It's been real. And he's going to toss the bags over to the side.
That's my finest work! Remember the name
into the
Acme!
loving arms of Chet and Dave. And they're going to say, catch you on the flip.
That's Acme brand Dream Smoke, by the way.
Noted. Chet, look up what that means later. And they're going to linger in the bathroom to wait for all the heat to blow over before they try and go out and smuggle this stuff. Silas, you have 7 blue coats and a blue coat named Hubert, currently approaching you, manacles in hand, ready to book your ass.
Are they armed?
They have 2.
Like, what are they armed with?
I'm going to say 5 of them have got batons drawn, 2 are lingering in the back with flintlock pistols, Hubert's got a musket. All of them are wearing big constable outfits.
Jamie's got it.
Okay, and so they have what, handcuffs, or what are they planning to
Let's
get?
say
with?
the guy next to Hubert's got a pair of manacles.
What's a manacle?
Handcuffs. Big
The big,
handcuffs.
like, chainy ones?
Old-timey handcuffs.
Okay.
And he's walking forward and he's going to say, all right, you're under arrest by order of the City Watch of Charter Hall District. You have the right to come with us and go to jail. You have no other rights. Are you going to try and do something to stop this from happening?
Fellas.
I've been thinking, and I can't really think of anything I could do. Could I say, like, how
What's
are
your
these
special ability?
No,
telling if people's lying? The good one? I can't do
This
it.
guy ain't lying.
Yeah, I can't do anything with it here. What is burglary gear?
Like a crowbar and like a lock-picking.
Well, I was thinking, could I have like a lock-picking thing hidden, like?
Oh, up your sleeve?
Yeah, I guess there's like, I don't know,
Cool.
sewn into
somewhere where I could, if they don't get to me, I could like maybe shimmy my way out of this stuff.
like sewn into the suit almost.
Yeah, you can have that. Tick a load.
I think that's my last load.
Take a load off.
Now. Oh. Yeah.
So I'll do it then.
A most glorious sight, Hubert. Bravo! Bravo!
I hate this guy. I should have asked for a pistol to just shoot that guy and get arrested.
I wait to attend the trial. I would love to give testimony if any is required by the state. You know how much I love the state, Hubert, for it has given us you.
Is
You for McFleming love art?
Is Nick Fleming a good communist who respects the state?
Now,
I don't know.
now at this point, you're in manacles, and they're going to start leading you away. And at this point, the cop's going to be like 3 blue coats are going to peel off with you. 1 of the flintlock and 4 of the baton guys are going to be like, okay, you guys can hear all this from the bathroom. All right, looks like we got 3 more suspects here. We got word 1 of them threw a smoke bomb. We don't know if they're armed. They're probably dangerous. Word on the street is that they were attempting to break into the university for some reason. Some guards on the way in had some suspect encounters with them. Be careful, book them, we want them alive. The captain's got questions. Where do we start? Probably one of the 3 doors in here. And so, a couple officers, you're going to hear them approaching the bathroom that you're in.
We just lose session 1, guys.
Wait, so
No.
we're in there with the guys. They're
With
now.
Chet and Dave, and the 3 of them are going to like moonwalk into the 3 stalls and close and lock the doors.
How acceptable is violence?
Is there a window in the bathroom?
Well, if it comes to it.
No, probably not, because the room
Take
is
them
semicircular, because it's... Oh no!
Because it's on the outside, you said.
I'm going to
right?
say fortune roll. Roll a d6. On a 6, there's a window. On a 4 or 5, there's a window, but there's something wrong with it. And there ain't a window. That's a 2.
And
What's wrong with the window?
What floor are we on in the building?
What?
Like, is it like, if I blew a hole in the wall, hypothetically, would it be a long fall or a short fall? Or no
You're
fall?
a long way up in the air. This is a tall tower. This is a tall tower. I'm going to give probably at least 10 stories up.
Drift oil. We all float a little bit.
You guys are having to escape.
Is it
I'm
like,
getting
do we
escorted
float
out.
up?
Let me read what drift oil does.
One of the cops is going to jiggle the handle. Door's locked! Kick it
Creates
down.
neutral buoyancy when poured on an object.
You guys have
I
a
think we
chance to
gotta
do something before
figure
this door
this
is
out.
kicked in.
I don't know what to
Binding oil in the door.
Oh, that's a good idea. Take a load.
I already have the bandolier from when I threw the smoke bomb. It's one of the bandolier moves.
Ready to kick, boss. There ain't a door in Duskwall that I can... Oh! You're going to hear a crunch and the door is going to shake and a little bit, like a little foot-shaped hole is going to bulge out a little bit. Mother... Fuck! Let me try with the other foot.
He always starts with the left.
Get the ram. You bought yourself a little time, they're getting the ram.
Any vents?
First the blue coats were sus. Now we're venting.
No. Probably. There probably would be an air vent in here. I don't know
Like
that it's
human
big enough for a
size?
human. Definitely not for
Not for Ingvald.
Ingvald. Okay.
I don't know what we do here. How many
Besides
how many
suing.
guards are there?
Can I
At least 2.
quickly rig something where when they open the door and come through it, like a bunch of standstill poison, which paralyzes them,
Sticky,
falls on them,
sticky
and then we
glue.
run away.
What? What?
It's on this list here as standstill.
I know.
poison.
Say the plan again.
So rig up a little device where the door, like it's lit, like when the door is like rammed down, it falls on them as they come in.
So you're trying to make a little Home Alone
Yeah.
door trap that's directionally going to spray paralyzing dust on them?
Is my alias Acme or is it not?
I like that plan. I'll tell you what. I am going to give you standard risky. I will let you go down to desperate great. So it's taken out everybody behind that door if you succeed.
But if I fail,
And I'll give you a devil's bargain as well. McPherson's still outside, but he went to his office and he came back with a gun.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, can I ask a question? What's the ceiling look like? Like, is it potentially one of those things where there's tiles that you can push up?
Did they have those in like 19th century London? I don't think so. What does a 19th century London ceiling look like? I don't think it does. I don't think it looks like that.
hey Siri.
Probably like a ceramic tiled ceiling. I'm gonna say
I'm gonna assume it's asbestos popcorn ceilings.
that works.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Would a
So-
shotgun be a large weapon or
Yeah. Yeah, you can have it. Now,
If it was small, though.
would you like to take Great Desperate? Knocking out everyone coming through that door? Probably 5 of the 8 blue coats, I'll say.
Can you blast the other 3?
Yeah.
Alright, you're taking Great
got a
Desperate.
shotgun.
This
now,
is Tinker.
if you fail this roll,
Tinker.
you're taking Desperate, meaning the door is opening and you're getting charged by blue coats.
I'm gonna hide right next to the door,
With a shotgun.
but out
Do
of
you have
range.
enough load for a blunderbuss?
Do I have what?
Enough load for a blunderbuss?
Have you taken any of your load?
No, I haven't. I had normal, and then I had
Two
2
drugs.
for the drugs, and
So
I
you're
haven't
going to
taken
take 2
anything.
more for a blunderbuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have 2 skill points in Tinker. Earlier I ticked off my fine tinkering tools. That gives me another die, correct?
Yes, it does. You want to take my devil's bargain? McFleming's got a gun?
I could take it.
How good can an old man shoot?
I could take it.
Devil's bargain. 4 dices.
Okay, now. If you manage to roll
That just gives him an excuse to kill him.
4 1 through 3s, you're getting charged having not done the thing.
Notably, like an 8% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you did do that last time.
If
I
you,
did
get,
3.
if you get a 4 or a 5, what would the serious complication while you're actually getting? Oh, serious complication. McFleming's taking a shot. If you don't get 1-6, McFleming's getting a shot on you as the door opens because he's not right behind it. He's like, that didn't further explain the situation at all, but that is what he's like.
Oh, it explained it.
That's his catchphrase.
Can I start breaking down one of the bathroom doors? Like the stall?
stall?
The stalls
stalls,
where
yeah.
one of Chet, Dave, and or
Chet's.
you're gonna try to Chet's. Why? What's the purpose?
Hostage.
This is your newest business contact. Okay.
No, it's one of the bodyguards.
Chet.
It's
Yeah.
one of the bodyguards, yeah.
No hard feelings, Chet.
He's not
Okay.
very professional.
You want to go
but-
ahead and take Chet hostage?
What do you want us to do, man?
I mean,
All right, so you're
I'm
kicking down the
impressed.
door. I'm going to say kicking down the door is free. You ain't need to roll.
Okay.
Chet's a big fella, though. Thing's about to get real.
I roll
Before that, we're going to see what happens over here.
This is a big
Good
roll,
luck.
fellas. 5s.
Okay. So, door battering ram is going to crash it open, and your like makeshift air cannon is going to spew out trance powder. Just-
It's actually standstill poison, so they're
Standstill poison.
paralyzed.
they're all going to get immediately paralyzed and just like standing up, still as a board, just boom,
While
collapse
they're
down like bowling pins.
Paralyzed? Can I just...
Well, quicker than that is McPherson with a gun.
No.
Bullseye! He's gonna fire his big old War of Unity because he fought on the Unity War.
But he's old.
Yeah, he's old, Your Honor. Can we get a... What's the odds he hits?
You are going to be shot in the chest and suffer a level 3 harm, gunshot wound. Would you like to resist that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Remind me of those resisting rules and what happens when I tick over to...
You're gonna roll prowess, and you're gonna take a number of stress.
Wait, I should have rolled 2 dice earlier, then not 1. That's so tragic.
Oh, you should have. Here, roll a second one. You took 5.
Because I had a 1.
If you roll higher than a 1, it changes. That's a 3.
I'd knock off
of your
2.
stress. So you're probably okay, unless you roll 2 1s, in which case you're bailing now and you're gone.
5.
Okay, you take 1 stress. Now, I'm gonna
Me when I
reduce-
casually duck a shotgun shell with a 1.
How many level 1 injuries do you have? 2. Okay,
Wait,
so
no. I resisted 1.
would this be downgraded to a... I'm gonna say this is gonna be downgraded to a level...
It's a glancing blow, level 2.
I'll say level 2 flesh wound. Level 2, yeah, level 2 flesh wound. A level 2 lodged bullet, because there was no exit wound. It didn't blow all the way through you. So take a level 2 injury. Now you have taken a level 2 injury, meaning that you're suffering the effects as though you had 2 level 1 injuries. Your actions have less effect now. You're wounded. Now the door has been kicked down. 5 of the 8 blue coats that are currently in here have been knocked out or paralyzed. And you have just kicked down the stall door. Chet's gonna say,
We don't need Chet anymore.
"Oh, hey, bro."
There's still
He's
more.
gonna grab his croquet mallet. And would you like to act?
Wait, do we still need him?
I don't think we need him. Like, how many guards are down? Well, it's still...
There's 3 left.
Catherine's got 3, right?
Do I?
Ileana's got 3, right?
Would that be Hunt shooting a shotgun? Possibly. We'll see.
I still...
You're a hound, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have a fine hunting rifle?
I don't know. Where do I even see
That would be
at?
class specific.
I mean,
items.
we haven't killed anyone yet.
There's always now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
No,
just
I know,
an
but like, do
army?
we want to
No,
have that on
you
our?
can, instead of taking this, take a better version
They're
of it.
cops.
Do we have any other
This is
options?
your
Yeah.
But we have good relations with him.
Oh, let's.
There's be a little hack with us, probably.
Because Ileana's a vet, right?
Yeah. So what does the fine? That gives me. I forget, like an extra.
But now it's only a single target.
But it does give you an extra die to roll in for
Okay.
it. Okay. Now, are you doing anything with Chet?
I'm gonna see that the door went off and like the paralyzing dust went over and be like, never mind, close the door.
Oh, chill.
Yeah.
Occupied. Now, at this point, there are 3 cops left.
Can I shoot them?
You're going to turn and shoot? Sure. The 3 of them are going to unleash a volley of bullets on you, and you are going to suffer a level 4 wound, killed in a hail of gunfire. Would you like to resist that? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna take it my
Go ahead and
final
roll
load.
prowess, 2 dice. 6 minus your highest roll. Wow! Okay, you suffer no stress. I would have decremented that to a level 3 wound, multiple gunshot wounds, but instead I'm going to decrement it to a level 2 wound, lodged bullet.
It was a
Oh, I was
crit-
gonna. You
crit
just
crit.
matrix dodge.
I'm also gonna tick off.
Yeah,
my
so
final.
yeah, the wall behind her just gets sprayed with like 6 bullet holes.
It's
just
like the
shattering
Pulp Fiction
mirror.
scene.
Like the.
It's in
the
the shape of a
porcelain sink
person.
Yeah.
is destroyed behind her.
Okay. I would like to do a flashback
Okay.
to when I brought my hunting rifle with me. And then I would
recommend trying to shoot that.
Wait, do you have enough load for a rifle?
Yeah.
Oh, then you don't need to do a flashback. You've just got a rifle on you.
Oh, okay. Then I have a rifle.
Take 2 load boxes.
Okay.
Do you have 2 free load?
I do, yeah.
Okay, great.
After this, I have 1 left.
I'm gonna take my final load for a bandolier, so I have three alchemy keys.
All right. Now you can now take a shot, Ileana.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
What would you like to roll?
Prowess or hunt.
Hunt.
Sorry.
Okay, you currently have what 3 dice because you have a fine rifle. Okay. What's your special ability?
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
If I-
would you like to use that special ability?
It says make a ranged attack at extreme distance beyond what's normal for the weapon.
There's a second version. There's a second thing, isn't there? Unleash a barrage of suppressing fire against a
Oh,
group of enemies.
that is the second one. I thought those
Do
were
you
the
do you
same.
push yourself or take your special armor to do
It
that?
says push yourself.
So would you like to take 2 stress to do that? And instead of shooting one of these guys, you'll be blasting at all 3.
I have a proposition. Could I assist a teammate by throwing binding oil at their feet, making them sitting targets?
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll give you a +1 die if this action succeeds. What are you rolling for that?
I suppose finesse.
Go ahead and roll finesse. Standard.
How many
standard
stress is a
I'm
push?
taking 2 stress, right? For
2 stress is a push.
I can't push then. Well, I could, and I would have 1 stress remaining.
don't do it.
You won't be able to resist anything more.
I
I
will.
would not recommend.
Well, I
that.
could try.
You could, but yeah, you could actually, yes.
I
Would you like to?
recommend it.
I don't think I push myself. I just think we see if I can do. Well, if I fail though,
Just don't. I'll be.
yeah.
All right. Now,
maybe not.
you have 3 dice. I'm going to give you standard,
I didn't think about throwing things and needing finesse, so that's kind of
risky great.
Okay. So I just roll the 3 then.
Yep. Give me a 6.
Man.
Oh, 4. Okay, great. I thought that was a 2 for a moment, and that you were about to die.
Yeah.
All right, so you are going to suppress them, but you're going to take a level 2 injury in the process. Flesh wound, as a little bit of your arm, like a little bit of your shoulder, is going to be kind of kicked off of you, and a shard of bones is going to spray out with a little blood.
ouchie.
Now, if you take another level 2 injury, it's automatically promoted to level 3. Okay, so you've suffered 2 pretty grievous gunshot wounds here. Now, you also have a gun.
Yep.
These guys are currently suppressed. I'll say that one of them has been killed. So there's 2 left. A gun, or are you not trying to kill? Are you just trying to suppress him?
No,
or
I
do
was
you-
trying to kill him.
All right, bam! One of them is gone. 2 bullet wounds. He slanks down. Hubert at this point throws a dining table down, and the other guy who's got a flintlock, he's got a musket, are crouched behind the dining room table, leaning up, taking shots at you from the bathroom. What do you do?
Alright. I'm gonna take a shot.
Go ahead. Please roll hunt.
5.
All right, you are going to take a level 1 injury glancing blow, as one of their flintlocks is just going to skim across your arm, and you are going to take out the guy with the flintlock. Hubert is at this point shouting, I need backup right now!
Kill Hubert.
And Hubert is going to lean up, and he's probably the most skilled. He's going to shoot you in the head. You're going to suffer a level 4 injury, brains blown out. Would you like to resist that?
Kind of.
Okay.
A smidge.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll prowess. Please.
No, I'm just gonna take
You have
that
a
one.
2 in prowess.
I'll hold that out.
Okay.
6.
W.
All right. It's going to be downgraded to a 2, level 2 injury, lodged bullet, as it's going to hit you in the chest, missing vital organs, as you just quickly duck behind cover before the second shot volleys off. Would anyone like to act?
So to clarify, who's remaining standing? Like of the enemies.
Oh, Hubert, until backup comes up.
Did we kill McFleming?
Oh, McFleming's still there.
McFleming's still up.
Kill him.
McFleming has run into his office, we'll say.
Oh, okay.
Coward.
Hunt him
Out
down.
of fear or out of trying to find a better position to shoot us?
He's going to believe the latter, but it's the former.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Also, do I take stress for resisting at all?
I have an excellent line of sight
No, because you rolled a
here.
6. I think
Okay.
you rolled a 6.
I did roll a 6. I just wasn't sure what the effect was. Okay, cool.
There's just one guy, right?
Yeah,
Should we rush him?
Hubert is sitting there fighting for his life behind this table.
Who has me then? I thought Hubert was escorting me in my chains.
Let's say Hubert rushed back up when the gunfire started. You're
I'm
down
alone.
there with one officer.
Oh, okay.
Sitting there in the antechamber.
I forgot.
and
Wondering what's going on.
He's going to throw open the door and begin shouting, "Hey, we need backup! We need backup right away!" You're currently alone. Oh, actually, yeah, and also there's a flood of academics and students and yearbook committee members running out the door as well to get away from the firefight that's.
When that guy turns to call for backup, can I like try to slip into the crowd of people?
What are you gonna roll for
it? None of those.
Consort to fit in.
I don't know. Like, I guess try and like act like the other. I like mimic the actions of the other people running out.
And what skill are you using?
Consort.
Out of all of them, that makes the most sense to me.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna give you standard risky.
Okay. Please.
Would you like to trade position for effect? I'm going to say if you upgrade to great in exchange for desperate, you're picking up your pace, and if you succeed, you're off campus.
I think you should probably.
But if you fail, you're in a desperate position. You're getting shot.
You can resist.
What do you roll to resist again?
Prowess. You'd have one die.
I have nothing.
You'd have one die.
Oh, okay. So should I do it?
I'll offer you a devil's bargain.
What's that?
Like Fleming's found something really fun in his office.
What does that mean?
They'll find out.
Something that would make it harder for us.
It's okay. I got all these alchemicals.
I'm just gonna roll regular. I'm not gonna do the devil's bargain. And I'm not gonna do the. I'm just gonna do the regular.
You want to push yourself for 2 stress? Get an extra die?
You have no stress.
Oh, I have no stress, or I have 1. So yes, I will do that.
You want to take great desperate?
What's the removing stress?
No, I don't want to do that.
You got 3 dice.
And that's where I either get out or I get shot.
Yeah, but you get out if your highest die is a 4, 5, or 6.
Oh yeah,
so
then
your
yes.
odds are like 87%.
I'm still learning the system.
Okay.
Yes, I
great
will.
desperate. So just roll at least 1 4.
4.
Whoa! Barely. So I'm going to say that you do get out, but you're seen by several eyewitnesses. The crew's going to suffer +1 heat for this mission.
Okay.
So we
You
might
3
still
are
die.
up there, currently in a gunfight with Hubert.
Just Hubert.
Hubert's going to call out, "Come out with your hands up!"
Could I 1v1 this guy, hypothetically?
Like, just, what, walk out?
No, yeah, I don't know.
Shoot him through the
Peeker's
wall.
advantage.
Thinking,
Peeker's
like-
advantage.
Shoot him through
You have
the
the
wall.
better ping.
Exactly. Ping diff. I don't know.
What kind of gun did you have? Rifle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine long rifle.
Do you have finesse as a good skill?
Yeah. Well,
Can I hand
I have 1.
Ileana? Okay, if you only have 1, I only have 1.
Yeah. I don't really have.
Come up with something sooner. Hubert's taking another
Because
shot.
I can throw a grenade.
Do it.
It's 1 die.
Okay.
Okay.
Grenade.
Is it a fine quality grenade?
It's just the alchemical.
All right, I'm going to say roll a controlled great.
You got this.
4, 5, or 6.
Okay, would
Cam,
you
your
like to
rolls are
downgrade to a
really
risky position? Roll it again.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to take a level 2 wound shrapnel injury. But yeah.
That is my second.
The table is going to be reduced to splinter, and Hubert's legs are going to be blown off as he kicks over the spiral staircase's railings and falls down like 10
We run now.
Yeah.
We run now.
Just slumped
Did you guys
over,
get the money
blood
from
leaking
the
out of his
guy?
mouth,
We
barely
can get it
bleeding.
later.
I think we're getting it later.
Are we getting it later? If
We're
not,
getting the
we'll just,
money
like-
later, right?
Yeah,
He said
you're
he's
getting the table.
like, I'll see to it that you're paid.
Oh, okay, good.
The room at this point is pretty much empty. McFleming is cowering under his desk.
Run.
You guys are sprinting down the spiral staircase, and you're gonna hear called after you, "I like your style! I'll talk to you again real soon, okay? Seem chill.
What's his name,
Been
Dave?
real.
Chet Dave.
Treadway out."
Treadway.
I hate
Treadway.
these guys.
Scott.
Right.
Scott Treadway. I'll remember that name.
And you guys are going to sprint down the spiral staircase in the chaos. Campus is being evacuated. Bluecoats flooding in as you guys slip out of the crowd, back over Godwin Bridge.
Definitely don't
and
have
into
like
the
bullets
Crowsfoot
lodged
District.
in me or anything. Not suspicious at all.
So that was a successful score.
I assume
Guys,
I get myself out of
we're
the
so
handcuffs
good at this.
with my with
That'll
my
take a downtime activity.
burglar thing.
Hey guys.
So, okay, now we go into the quick last stage where we're just going to quickly cover what you're doing between now and the end of the month when round 2 is going to start and you'll have an opportunity to go on the second score. A month is about 60 days in this game. All right.
Okay.
So, let's go into the downtime section of the game as things are winding down.
Did we ever get a crew sheet?
No, I didn't give you a crew sheet. I'll give you a crew sheet next. Oh, I should have given you a crew sheet this time. That's okay. First of all, payoff. You guys have been promised 6 coin. You're going to get 6 coin. How are you distributing it?
Individually, or like, do we need to like?
I think we
You
should.
have 6 coins as a group.
We
Who's
should
getting what?
spend it on the crew. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think
So
we should.
is all
upgrade.
6
We're
of
a
it
family.
Going, is all 6 of it going into the crew's vault?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So what would be the benefit of us having coin?
You get to spend it on downtime stuff. And eventually, if you get every so your character, I think, can only hold like 4 coin on them. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, okay.
I can hold more.
I do.
Oh
have
wait,
a
no,
project-
never mind. I see.
Every
I see
coin
it.
you get beyond that goes into stash, and that just means your character's getting wealthier, and when you retire them, they're richer. Your character probably wants to retire richer.
Okay.
And
could
also
just
you can spend it on
keep
inventing
it in
stuff,
the,
and
like-
researching, securing property for your character.
I would
buying
like-
I think
things.
early on we need to like start investing in
And then if
the
we
gang.
individually want
Okay.
something,
Okay.
we could just
So you're
talk
gonna be
about
putting
it.
Yeah.
all
So
the-
it out.
all,
I would like
all
to
6
talk
in
about
the with the crew.
Could I have like one?
Your lair doesn't have a vault. You can only fit 4 coin in your lair.
What is, but we can
Oh.
spend it,
Can
right?
we use it to heal at an in any way?
Yes, you can.
I feel like we
if
should
anyone,
do
if someone
that,
wants to heal,
because-
they should.
Can
maybe
we
take
spend
some.
it on upgrades? Or
Yes. So upgrading your crew. You guys are a tier 0 crew right now.
Yeah.
The crows are a tier 2, and they're gonna climb back to tier 3. So the like a tier is an order of magnitude on how powerful your crew is. And in order to upgrade, you spend coin and you spend reputation, which we are about to get into.
Okay.
So
How
let's
much
see.
coin?
How much coin do you need to upgrade your crew? Is I feel what the question is. Yeah.
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 All right. I think that's called crew advancement. Payoff, downtime activities, advancement. Crew advancement. Yes. Okay. Crew advancement. Oh, that's not increasing tier. Upgrading crew. The book is a little weirdly laid out. Resistance rolls, core systems, downtime, vice, indulging your vice, NPCs, the faction game, slide, crew advancement. Here we go. Tier. Yes. Okay. Development. You need 12 reputation to upgrade your crew. If you had, by the way, for every additional turf other than your lair that you hold, that number goes down by 1. So if you have 6 turf, excluding your lair, you only need 6 reputation to upgrade.
We should probably do a turf mission next week.
So, okay, in addition to 12
next
reputation,
Yeah, we got
you are going to need coin equal to your new tier times 8. Your new tier would be tier 1 as your
Oh.
tier 0, so you would need 8 coin to upgrade your crew.
Okay. But aren't there like upgrades you can purchase?
Oh, buying crew upgrades?
Because
Oh.
I was thinking about like the documents one. That's
Yeah.
something that would be useful.
That would, because then we can just forge
Okay,
away.
that would
and I
make
thought
sense.
you could
Yeah.
purchase
Could also
that.
use some to
Because we don't need to
heal.
upgrade our tier, but there's like stuff we can get for our lair and stuff.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we can't upgrade it yet anyway. 'Cause we don't have-
I think that happens when you when your crew levels up in the same way that you
Oh,
level up.
okay.
So let's see. Here is downtime. Right. We'll go through it now. First, let's determine how much reputation your crew's got. And I'm just going to denote that. Is 4 coin going into the crew? All right. Who's getting the remaining 2?
I would like 1 because I want to invent a device where I can not use finesse to throw things.
You might need at least 2 coin to build a device. So you might want to take both.
How much would it cost to not have 2 level 2 injuries?
That also-
You have a leech, but no one with the physical ability. I don't know.
Glue it up.
But you guys might want to just split the coin between yourselves, or you could both take 2 and leave 2 in the crew if you'd like.
I feel bad taking 2 though.
Well,
We
I
can
also
glue
need
your
to
wounds
heal
up.
is the problem.
Real.
Would Silas and Ingval be okay with not being personally paid by this? You could do a coin apiece and then 2 in the
Yeah,
vault.
I was gonna say we could just do.
We should do
that.
coin a piece and then 2 in the vault, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll put
Oh,
my,
by the way, you have 2 downtime activities. Downtime is used to heal. It can be used to train yourself, secure stuff, and you can spend a coin to get a free one.
What stuff can you spend coin on as a player?
Equipment, healing, and an extra downtime activity per coin spent. So if you have 4 coin, you can have 3 times as much downtime activity.
Can I put my coin in the group one?
Would Silas do that?
Yeah, because he's like the
He sees himself as the boss.
yeah.
Okay.
We're all
Fair enough.
equally part of it, but he's the one.
And you've
that
got the
got
connection.
it.
Yeah,
he's
you've
the
got
one
the
that got it
connection.
together.
Okay. So, all right, 3 coin to the vault then. Now, next thing is to determine how much reputation you guys are going to get for this. Okay.
All of it.
Now, you earn 2 reputation by default, and if the target of the score is higher tier than you, plus 1 rep for tier higher. I think Charter Hall would make sense as a tier 2 institution, so that's plus 2 reputation there. Yeah, I'm going to say you guys get 4 rep as a crew for this.
Yeah.
So you're a third of a way to tier 1. Now then, what else? Oh, next we need to figure out heat. How much attention the police.
Oh, we have
Did
that.
you say? Sorry. Did
We
you
have
say
the
plus
thing
4
that
rep?
removes heat.
The crew's taking 4 rep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've noted it because I'm going to give you guys a crew sheet for next time.
Okay,
I forgot to print it out. Now, heat is how much attention the Bluecoats and authorities and inspectors and the city council.
Doesn't our ability do something about that?
Yeah.
Your ability is going to give you -1 heat, and you got +1 heat is your complication, so they're just going to cancel out.
Yeah.
Now, okay, these are the following tiers of heat: 0 heat, smooth and quiet, low exposure. 2 heat is contained, standard exposure. 4 heat is loud and chaotic, high exposure. 6 heat is wild, devastating exposure.
Let me make
What
an
about 5?
argument. It was controlled within one building.
I'm going to say 4 heat.
Was that which number is that?
Loud and chaotic.
That's fair.
High
you
exposure.
always
Because there was a
argue below.
gunfight, you incapacitated 5 city watch members, critically wounded a 6th, and killed 2.
That's
You
kind of
got
fucked
into a
up with
gunfight
telescope.
with a respected academic.
He deserved
How is he respected?
He deserved it.
The way he treated
He's
us.
kind of a
Respected.
loser.
What do you have against McFleming? Everything. I'm glad he's alive. I like doing that voice.
Is he gonna come back?
I don't know. Maybe.
hope
He's
not.
actually he's part of the
I haven't
subplot.
written anything.
He's
for
the
this
main
game.
villain.
New enemy dropped.
It could be. That could happen. I don't know.
No.
So, okay, +1 heat for
He's
for
the
a high
face of the
profile
criminal
well-connected
underworld.
target. That's why you guys have the -1 thing for canceling that out. So yours isn't canceled out, that is. So you're
Okay.
currently at 5 heat. Add 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. No. You're not at war, but +2 heat if you killed someone. You're taking 7 heat.
How does heat work?
Now, I'm about to explain.
Good.
You're
So,
at 7
okay,
heat or
when
the
your
crew
heat
is?
reaches 9, you gain a
Everyone is.
wanted level, and
Okay,
your
thank
heat level resets. And I'm about to roll on a chart that determines police involvement in your crew, and for every wanted level you had, I roll on a worse table, basically. Now, you're at wanted level 1, but heat 7, which I think means I'm rolling a lot of dice.
What if we bribe the police with
I
a
was
coin?
gonna see could some of our crew coin bribe the
Probably,
Bluecoats?
yeah. So, okay. Oh, by the way, the severity of your prison sentence, if one of you is going to jail, depends on your wanted level. Wanted level 1, you're in jail for a month or 2. Basically just 1 round. You'll lose a downtime activity or 2, be released. Wanted level 2, wanted level 0, a few weeks. So I would have you lose 1 downtime activity if you went to jail. If you get to wanted level 1 and you go to jail, you lose a month. Wanted level 2, you're going to be out for, you're not going to be able to go on the next mission. You'll roll up a new temporary scoundrel. Wanted level 3, you're in for a year or 2, which is equivalent to 6 rounds. You're gone for the campaign. And wanted level 4, you're getting executed by the state.
So if,
Right
you're
now,
If I
you
go
might-
out, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you might as well.
Right
don't
now, you're
afford
wanted
more.
level 0 as a crew.
How do I speedrun my way to 4?
Incarceration roll? Hopefully we don't have to get into that.
Oh, I'd like to roll gang affiliation.
Oh,
I rolled
okay,
a
hold
1.
on. Your wanted level determines how many dice I roll. Your heat level determines on what table I'm rolling. So you guys have attracted a lot of police attention, but they haven't built a strong personal case against any of you individually yet. So there's a lot of attention, but they probably won't have enough evidence to super convict you, and with the corrupt system, you'll be out of jail in a week despite having killed a couple of people.
Thank you.
Ready?
They were cops, are they really people?
In the eyes of the state, probably.
Dude, we're supposed to be friends. Why are they
Oh
doing
yeah,
this?
yeah. You guys were set up by the Bluecoats. But ready? Now you guys, I'm rolling on the maximum table, heat 6+. And per wanted level, your wanted level is 0, which means I'm rolling 0 dice, so 2 and keeping the lower. All right. On between 1 and 3, I think one of your friendlies contacts. Yeah, one of your friendlies or contacts is either flipped against you or interrogated. On a 4 or a 5, I think the police do a show of force against you, and if both of these are a 6, one of you's going to jail. Ready? You're gonna roll it.
They won't both be 6.
Why are you making me roll it?
6-6.
No!
I explicitly said, explicitly, why you make me roll?
That was all your rolls. Someone's going to prison. Okay.
Does
Wow.
prison-
Thank
does
God
prison
for
have
wanted
freedom?
level 0. Arrest. An inspector presents a case file of evidence to a magistrate to begin prosecution of your crew. The Bluecoats send a detail to arrest you. Pay them off with coin equal to your wanted level +3. Hand someone over to arrest. This clears your heat or try to evade capture. So either sell out one of your friends, go to jail for one of your downtime
Would it
activities,
only
or
be
pay 3 coin.
We have 3 in our bank, don't we?
We got 2.
One
No,
of us
but-
with a sack.
Oh,
What-
yeah, he put his in there.
Yeah.
That's right.
What are
So we have
downtime
to-
activities?
A downtime activity is stuff like healing, inventing. You can work a little job if you would like. You have 2 of them by default, and you can spend a coin to get another one, 2 others per coin.
I say we just pay the 3.
Okay, but I feel like 3 coin is a lot.
It's also economically a bad call because the person going to jail is only losing 1
Oh,
downtime activity
okay.
because
Yeah.
you're wanted level 0.
Right. Forgot about that.
So
What if your downtime activity is in jail? What if I wanted to make connections within the prison?
There are rules for that, yes.
Could I go to jail on purpose and make prison connections?
You're like, I'll take this one, fellas.
If you want, yeah.
And because it's not a long, our wanted level 0. How
It's
long
like
am I gonna be
you
in
lose
jail?
one-
I think
you're
a
gonna be
couple
in there
weeks.
a few weeks.
That will give me time to make connections.
Yeah, probably.
Because we could pay them off, or I could do that and get some prison friends.
remember to beat up the biggest guy as soon as you get him.
Or you can sell out one of your crew's friends or Anya.
I don't think we should.
I
do
think
that.
those are like good.
Yeah, for a couple weeks.
Anya's how we got the deal.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we gotta keep her.
Okay.
around.
So
Yeah,
if
and you
one of
guys have a
is-
lame friend.
My guy
Well, I think
supplies
there's-
me with chemicals, so I can't
what's
give it to
what's our
him.
crew's
Forget.
like? Our individual
Can I sell
friends
out
or
my-
the crew's friend?
One of either or. The crew's friend is
I have to
Anya.
look at.
Okay.
You want to sell it? Can I sell it?
My friend is the owner of the
childhood friend,
tavern. I
Helga?
can't do that, and he sells me my
Alan
my-
Butcher?
He sells me my cigars. I can't.
He does.
I can't not. I
Can
can't
I
sell
rat
them.
out an enemy?
Can I sell out
So
my,
what's the plan?
my personal enemy?
The blue coats are on their way.
Okay.
Decide quickly.
So what are your friends? You guys aren't selling.
Mine is a
I
mine is
I can't throw
Neither
my
of mine are
friend.
criminals.
mine is my childhood friend Helga, who is living an honest life. I don't
Should I go to jail or should we spend all of our money?
I don't think we should spend
Well,
all
you
the
don't
money.
have
You
to
don't.
heal anything.
Yeah, you don't have to.
right?
That's what I was about to say.
So I
What do you
think
need your
you'll be
downtime
okay.
for?
I don't need it, which is
We
why
all-
I'm fine with going to jail. I
Yeah.
want to make friends in the
Because
prison.
we also all have wounds
Like,
that we need.
I go and I roll my command skill the second I get into the prison, and they all love me.
Or you get the shit beaten out of you.
It'll make you tougher.
I've got 2 skirmish, so
Wouldn't
I
you
could also go to
consort?
jail.
Consort?
I
Not
would
command.
probably consort. I'll go to jail.
Okay.
All right, Silas, describe you being arrested. Where are you when it happens? What does it look like?
National headlines.
I am a martyr. No, I will turn myself in. If I know they're looking for me, I will go to the Blue Coast place. Hands in the air.
Oh, okay. You go into the Blue Coast
Dramatically.
place as the poor composite artist has been forced to listen to the same witness give 6 different accounts of what you look like. He was a rapscallion! No!
Should have killed him.
Oh, we let him.
And no. And you're
McFleming
gonna walk in like guilty as
I'm
charged.
dressed nice. I'm there.
And everyone in the facility is gonna like stand up, draw their guns pointed at you.
I'm
And-
unarmed.
And McFleming, not sitting in a spinny chair, is gonna go. Lifting himself up to turn. He's gonna point and he's gonna say, "Ah! The noose for this one, methinks."
Man, bad news for him.
And it's gonna cut. It's gonna cut to 3 days later as a magistrate says, 4 weeks.
Is McFleming there during the sentence?
McFleming
He
is
said
the
he would
only
go to the
person
trial,
that has
yeah.
come to the trial. I demand a recount. This magistrate has clearly been brought up by outside interests. I would like to expect his banking information, please. This rapscallion lied about knowing Professor Shuss.
That is the greatest crime we committed.
How did he find that out? Come on.
So you're going to be sent
How
to
was it
jail.
not obvious?
The magistrate's been bought off by local crime. You know, you have influence with the blue coats. There's not definitive eyewitness evidence that it was you that did any of the shooting or blasting. So you're only going away for 4 weeks, just as a token. Yeah, we're going to send you
Yeah,
to jail.
that's
for
probably
it.
the best idea because we all like severely.
Now I am going to decrease
I think
your
I'm like,
relationship with
I'm
the blue
not doing
coats
too
by
hot.
1.
I should
We
probably
didn't
go.
want to ally with them anyways.
You are now at 1+1 relationship with the blue coats for killing a couple cops during your
It
operation.
was their fault.
It's not bad.
If they had more definitive evidence it was you guys, it'd be done basically. So, okay.
Still +1. We're fine.
You've gone to jail. That's your entanglements. Now let's go into downtime. Oh, yeah, downtime. Okay. Holy shit. Downtime activities. You can do things like acquiring assets, long-term projects, recovering, reducing heat, training, and indulging vices.
How many do we get?
You get 2 + 1 per coin spent. You're losing one of yours, Silas, because you were in jail.
Is it like I heal one wound, or is I heal all of my wounds?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, let's start with you, because you're going to want to recover. Recovery is like a long-term project. Your healer rolls Tinker for the PC with the physic or special ability, or the quality level of an NPC doctor, and then you mark a number of segments on your healing clock, depending on how good you roll.
I was a combat medic.
When you fill your healing clock, reduce each instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level, and then clear the clock. If you have more segments to mark, they roll over. Okay. You may heal yourself if you have the physic or special ability. None of you do, so you're going to have to find a doctor.
Oh, damn. Me being a combat medic doesn't... Should have...
Did Sticky's Glue Factory have like a resident like medic on staff who I might have known?
You did cause the incident.
Actually, my friend Helga has been training for med school.
Yeah. At the Duskwall Academy?
Yep.
What is her job listed on your sheet?
Laborer.
I don't have someone that could believably have medical skills on their contact sheet.
I worked as a combat medic,
A
so
player
my
character
friend...
needs the physic or ability.
No, but my friend... Ridley was
What is Ridley's marked profession?
a frontline infantryman
I'm sure Alan knows somebody.
that I brought back
Alan?
from death's door.
Alan knows someone.
Alan knows everybody.
Yeah, okay.
And Alan is my close friend, or my friend.
So sitting there, reclining in his stool at the bar of the pork shop located in Tango.
This is after I get out of jail.
After
I
getting
assume.
out of jail, you're like, hey, what do you say to Alan?
What am I looking for? Help for them? Like,
Healing.
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 Yeah.
Off the books healing. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I know a guy. I know a guy so off the books he can't even read.
I like
my
your
doctor.
style.
That's good.
I like
This
when my
is-
doctors can't
This
read.
is an indictment of the system.
And he's gonna come back, and this dude wearing a pair of circular glasses, and he's gonna like tick down like 3 more layers of lenses that come over it. He's gonna say,
Who is my lucky patient?
"Some new patients. I'm excited for my new patients. Come on, sit down. Sit down. What's this guy's name? Give me a good name for this guy."
Gerard. That's the word I was looking for.
Gerard Rubenstein.
Doc Jer's got ya. Doc Jer Rubin's got ya. All right, sit down. Sit down in my little doctor chair. All right, this guy is going to heal you.
Guy's a psychopath.
And now
Oh, he's a physiker. It's different.
My bad.
he is going to charge you. I'm going to say 1 coin per roll. Let's say I'll go. That might be too low, but I'm going to say for now 1 coin per heal roll.
Okay.
All right. What do we think this guy's skill is? I'm going to give him a 2. This guy's got 2.
And
Two
healing
dice.
is as a doctor?
Ready?
Yeah.
No. This guy's got 1. What am I talking about? You're paying him 1 coin.
True.
If you'd like to spend a second, we can get you a better doctor.
I don't have but 1 coin.
Yeah.
I don't even
Your
fucking
chart
do
is
it.
ticked 1. You have a second downtime activity if you'd like to spend a cruise coin.
I mean, I'm just gonna roll another 1 or a 2 with 1 die. So
If you get a 4, 5, or 6 on this roll, you are healed.
it's y'all's call because it's the cruise coin.
How much crew coin do we have? 2?
You've got 3 in the vault.
3?
I
Do we
think
all have to pay 2 then to roll? Is what I'm thinking. Cause
Yeah, but because y'all gotta pay to heal as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing?
I guess not. Well, that kind of sucks though because I'm gonna be at -1 die. Like
There
the
is
entire-
3 coin left in the crew vault. It's a
I-
substantial amount of money.
do you also need to heal?
Yes.
Are you at 1 or 2?
You should
level
get
two?
you should get healing from the creepy guy.
Yoo-hoo.
And if it works out,
Yeah, we'll
then-
see how much you have left.
Then
We'll
we'll
pause
see.
you and go over to you. You're
Okay.
spending a coin on the creepy guy, Doc Jer.
Sure.
All right. All right.
Is each roll a downtime?
Let's get rolling. This is your first downtime activity.
4.
4. Your pie is healed 3. You need 1 more.
Wow, this really sucks for us, huh?
I do not have any coin. So.
Would you like to spend a crew coin?
Who would
You're
have thought
guaranteed to
going
heal.
wild is bad?
You live and you learn.
Would it heal both or just 1?
It would heal. It would decrement every wound down by 1. So level 2s become level 1s. Level 1s are fully healed, which is pretty significant.
I wish I was a physiker right now.
You can change special abilities next session if you would like.
No, I don't know. We'll see.
Would you like to spend a coin?
I don't know. Is it worth it?
Maybe. Make a decision. What do we think?
Somebody. I don't want to spend.
Okay, what else can we do with What else would we theoretically use it for this round?
Yeah, what can we do with
Bribing
it?
people
We
later.
got 6 coin. We're
If
gonna
there's
burn
nothing
all
we
of
can
it.
do with it right now, we'll use it.
What else?
Okay,
It's so tragic.
All right.
roll.
You should
Me?
also use it.
Yeah. I'll
2
roll.
crew coin has been spent.
I roll
Both of
another
us or
fucking
just me?
one.
Both of you. You're spending 2 crew coin. 2.
But I only
you
need
filled
it.
your pie.
I feel
5.
high.
You filled your pie. All right, decrement all of your wounds by 1. If it's something like lodged bullet, make it healing gunshot wound at level 1.
What would shrapnel go to?
Shrapnel would go to
Lacerations.
free metal.
I can't wait to use this in my next
Bonus
project.
metal.
Flesh.
So you have 2 downtime activities. You have 1 remaining.
Yeah. Okay. Did I get to make any connections in prison?
Roll consort.
Oh, okay.
Standard risky. You're gonna suffer a harm if you fuck it up.
That's fine. I
Some
didn't
guy
take
gets
any
mad at
harm in
you?
the thing.
Go ahead.
Consorts.
You can always resist. I'm also really
6.
stressed out.
All right, you have gained a new contact, Rusty, a prisoner. Rusty, an inmate.
I thought we did okay.
Is there
and then-
anything I
but
can
now
do
think we did
in this
terrible.
downtime to like get
I have a prison
more
for
dice for
dice.
this? Like
You want to train?
Sure.
Absolutely.
It costs
When you
1 coin.
reduce heat, train. When you spend time training, mark 1 XP on the XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement. Now, what that means is you can either mark to get another action dot or mark to get another special ability.
That's oh, okay.
And you have 2 to fill in because you're using your 2 downtime activities.
What is the D that I put? Does that do anything yet?
We're about to get into that.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to relieve stress, you have to indulge your vice as well.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm good on stress. Okay.
Down
Was my prison
You
thing?
can spend another crew coin to get a 3rd downtime activity if you'd like. There's still a crew coin left.
I would feel bad for using like half of our earned money.
You also did a lot of the legwork.
This
in
is
that
true.
though.
My prison thing was my 1 downtime, right? Making a friend in the jail.
Yeah, now you have a 2nd.
But I lost 1 being in jail.
I said you used that.
Okay.
That was a separate downtime. You
Good.
had 1 downtime in jail, 1 in the outside world.
All right.
Wait, so
what
if
all
I-
can I do?
Well, are you particularly stressed? You can indulge your vice to remove stress.
Would that, since mine is luxury,
You
wouldn't
can
that cost
reduce
coin?
heat if you would like.
Would indulging my thing and cost coin since mine is like expensive? It's
To
luxury.
indulge your vice, you say how they indulge. You roll to find out how much stress they relieve. It's like a resistant roll in reverse rather than gaining. You lose stress. If you get negative stress, you overindulge in your vice. And a bad thing happens.
Okay.
How much stress do you have?
I have 3.
You'd have a 50% chance of overindulging.
How many dice do I roll? Just 1? I'll do it, sure.
Go ahead and roll a die. Don't roll higher than a 3 or something bad happens.
Higher?
5. So you're going to heal 5 stress. You're at 0 stress, but you're going to overindulge.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you're going to get really into the cigars, and you're gonna feel like $1,000,000.
Gum cancer.
And I'm going to take the problem brag. You brag about the operation, generating additional heat for your crew. +2 heat, which is going to fill the bar, meaning you're now at 0 heat, but wanted level 1 for next session.
Woo! We're cool, guys.
You just got out of jail. But you are at 0 stress. You
Can't we
currently
re-
have 2 downtime activities.
Can you reduce heat in downtime?
Yes, you can. Would you like to? Well,
I'm done.
There's 0 heat now.
Can you
yes.
reduce
Where's
wanted
your-
level? That just stays? Okay.
So there's no going back.
Okay,
Should
can
have
you
reduced heat first.
sorry,
Did
can
the
you
blue
explain
coats like us
analyst
last?
real quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
don't
during
want it to be
downtime you get 2
friendly.
ticks to distribute among any long-term project clocks that involve investigation or learning a new formula or design plan.
That just means you don't have to spend an action getting closer to finishing that thing.
Okay. Would I am I using that at all right now?
If you want to invent something, you will.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna put both my for training. I'm gonna put use both my downtimes in resolve.
Okay. Great. And now that everyone's done their downtime, we do the last thing: advancement. Downtime activities in play. Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a coin and then do 3.
Okay. What's your third? Oh, a third training.
Yes,
of course.
training and resolve.
There's still 1 coin left in the vault.
IGN, hook us up.
Now, character and crew development. Where is that?
So if we spend
Probably-
all of our money?
All but one.
Okay.
We got one in the stash. Don't even worry.
Where is this thing? Characters. PC advancement. Here we go. Okay. Right. During the game session, mark XP when you make a desperate action roll. So mark 1 XP in whatever skill or whatever attribute you put that next to.
Oh, is that these little boxes?
Yes.
Resolve.
I should have been more desperate.
And now we review XP triggers. Okay. Everybody should have a box that has some things for XP advancement. Every time you roll a desperate action, we did that. At the end of the sessions, you addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. You did that a lot. Tick 2. You have 2 XP to put wherever you would like.
Does that mean I just get a whole thing? Or how does XP work?
So these are all slots. When this goes all the way, you get another action dot there. Ditto for this. When this goes all the way, you get a free special ability.
The playbook? Mm-hmm. So I could work towards being a physiker.
Yes.
I think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Wait. Run that back?
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Did I say anything politically based? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Labor.
I didn't call for anyone to unionize.
I'm gonna say I'll give you 1 XP because you marketed Acme, and we're fighting against the police mostly, and you as a distressed laborer fighting against the other class, I guess would play into your motivations a little. So I'll give you 1 XP for that. What's your third thing?
Oh, you struggle with issues from your advice. I didn't indulge on my I did not get high on my own supply though.
You addressed a challenge with deception, 2 XP for that. Yay. Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You interacted with high society a little bit. I'll give you 1 for that.
Okay.
And you struggle with issues from your vice. No. 3 XP. Mark it where you'd like it.
And the playbook, when that's full, I get to add another
A
dot?
new special ability.
Oh, new ability. So you're going to have more than 1?
Yeah, you can have all of them.
Okay.
All right, you.
Address the challenge with violence.
Yeah, 2 XP.
Yeah.
Beliefs, drive, heritage, or background. I think you did a good bit with your background from the war. I'll give you 2 for that because that played in a lot. Struggled with issues with your vice.
Trauma.
You don't have one of those. That's this. That's what happens when your stress gets full all the way on a mission.
Gotcha. So, wait, do those go into this one or this one?
Wherever you'd like, you can choose.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Give me like 4
Technical
more weeks
skill
to
or
talk to
mayhem?
you, and I will have 3 traumas.
Oh no, did you?
I read the book when we were fixing the telescope. I don't know if we successfully addressed it.
I'll give you 1 for that.
Okay.
Express beliefs, drive, heritage, or background.
I don't think so.
I really need to flesh out my character's political beliefs so I can start.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Advertising.
And struggle with your vice. I'll give you 1 XP.
Oh, all right. Wait, 1 total? You
1
mean?
total.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
And now we go to crew advancement, and then we're done.
What
Okay.
happens when you fill up the XP on a specific, like, skill thingy?
I think you get to fill in another circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of any of
Crew
those.
advancement, your crew-specific XP trigger. Okay, your XP triggers. Acquire product, supply, execute clandestine sales, or secure new territory. Yeah, you did all of that. 2 XP. Contend with challenges above your current station. 2 XP. You were in over your head. Bolster your crew's reputation. No, your crew's reputation is professional. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. You kicked in with higher society. I'll give you 1 XP. You are now halfway to getting a new crew special ability.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
We just gotta do that again.
All right. In a couple weeks, we will return with Bowling Street Tincature's Mission 2. I am going to give you guys a new crew contact, Scott Treadway.
Yay.
You and Scott Treadsway.
My boy Scott.
Scott Treadway.
Scott, a team captain. All right. So I guess that is all for tonight.
That's pretty quick.
We will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock with the Scovlin Tsarist army.
I'm excited to watch that one.
Who are trying to seize territory and start a 2-front war on round 1 of the game. All right, folks. Good night.
Who's this?